audio is in. I believe your guys' audio is in. Someone say something real quick. I hate these new buttons for OBS. OBS, don't sponsor me.
OBS sponsor me.
Alright, let me get a roll call here. Just kidding. Allie's not here. Boo. But anyways, they're doing cooler things right now. They wouldn't want to be here anyways. It's not like we're in the middle of like a place that they care about or something.
Let's meet a family without her.
Yeah.
Let's leave.
Let's leave. The last time we left off, we're in the middle of doing. Sorry, we cut off right there. Last time we left off, we're in the middle of traveling to Baibasha. It's about a week of travel. For you guys traveling in the middle of that way, I'm going to reveal a few things. Number one, Ymir. I'm assuming that you're spending a lot of time researching this new discovery of the orichalcum, and it's like dampening of like its like magical thing. I'm not going to have you roll for it. I'm just going to tell you because spent with over time, you should be able to figure it out. The orichalcum itself is not like a magical thing, you know, it's just a material, a component. In its original purpose as a component for spells, its use was that when you lacked a component, it would fill in that slot and not be expended whenever you use it. So a very powerful material that basically substitutes the cost of any component. Things like diamonds or gold or jewels, whatever it is. So the orichalcum itself is just in its base a very powerful material component. However, you find that using the surges with this material component has kind of shown some variances with it being this natural material of the Lycorium world. Mechanically, for Ymir, whenever a spell, you haven't actually encountered this yet, but I'm going to give this to you because of the days of travel and your research towards it. The orichalcum, when you use that Harbinger Surge to bring back a material, if that spell has a direct gold or cost associated with it, there's some risk that the orichalcum may end up being used as part of that surge, where it might expend itself. And I think because of your travel and because of the time spent looking over this week, you have a eureka moment where you'll find out that the spell components are what matters for the reason why the orichalcum was like fluctuating. For certain spells that have components, it shows a little bit of dampening. For ones that don't, it does nothing. But for something greater, something like a heavy gold cost or blood vials or like specific materials that will be like consumed upon use, you can tell that there's a risk of using the orichalcum in this way. That's it. And I'll give you that mechanic for yourself later on. But you now know this. I'll post that here in the group notes for you guys, since you all kind of know this.
That was hard to understand.
No worries. I'll put that in these little group notes section for you all. That is the actual, like, verbiage of what will happen with it over time. So there is risk of using the orichalcum by your surges. For material cost, however, though, same thing applies. If you want to substitute it for any spell, you can. This is why it is a very legendary material and why it is of its nature dangerous. You don't even know how to find this material. Maybe even that's worth a matter of discussion of why is this such a rare, valuable material? How come not every single place in the world tries to get their hands on this? And you can share that information if you desire. But that's for Ymir. For Carnelian, lots of sendings in the nights from Robin. You would have your own discussions and watches. You guys didn't have any encounters, by the way, with these weird scorpion folk, Thrykeen individuals anymore since that first night. You crossed over the river. Everything seemed to be in order. You're in using spells such as the Private Sanctum or however you means to, protect yourselves. No problems. Carnelian, lots of messages back and forth, and realistically, just nothing really changing about your powers in any other way either. Without being able to actually exercise them, you don't really have a tell on whether or not they are going to be adapting in any different ways. For Velu, with your ring on, you don't get sendings, divinations, anything like that, especially with the Sanctum up as well. But you had mentioned before that you'd be sporadically taking it on and off. So in those times, you would detect that there is something kind of seeking out for you. Not ascending, but scryings. They can be successful if you want them to, but you'll only find out who it is by allowing them to be, in your vicinity. And I think when you notice these things, you put the ring back on and just cut it off. But things are trying to search for you.
I would put the ring back on.
Specifically, not for Velu, but for Layla. If that helps you with anything.
Oh.
Father Cruz, your sleep, your nights of travel, and your days are well. You kind of ruminate a little bit back to the nights of Kinogis and the nights of Tala, where you had these dreams of this elvish figure. This martyr, whoever it was, this past icon. During this week, you kind of prey upon it, come upon your religion to seek it out. You don't have a real observation of who this could be, but there is a strong connection between whoever this is and the worship of your religion, Balladism. Almost to the point where you start feeling bad about that individual as if they were a real person. Dreams can have ways of showing you visions, but whoever it was that was talking to you or whispering to you in those dreams, the more and more you start to feel like that person was not something you made up. And I think you just kind of reflect on, what's maybe being hidden behind that mask of the dream world. And speaking of interesting dreams, Mimosa. The nights in the private sanctums where you sleep are probably the most protective you ever felt from divination. Matter of fact, it's one of the main ways that your curse kind of works, identifying where you are. But even a private sanctum cannot protect you from a curse that lies within your body. There are still feelings and twitches in the night. There are still cold shudders across the scales. And even sometimes when your eyes dart open and it almost feels like you moved a slight inch in the night. Something that scurries and moves across the plains almost makes you want to chase after it, like on a hunt. Those feelings are coming back. Those feelings of dark ambition and your curse. That time of passive choice making and not worrying has ended in this week, as now you feel the dark, twisted evils that these hags have laid upon you. And in the last days of these nights, the Narander has knocked on your door a couple of times. Easily denied by your friend's help, and also pushed away by the light that surrounds you. But it nears, and it hungers, and you feel this. Idris has a great fucking time. That's it. And with that, you guys will begin your arrival to Baivasha. There is a scene depicted to you guys of this beautiful vision of the town below and a manor up above. You can see it in one of the channels for you guys, but it's a large city. Baivasha on the map doesn't necessarily pay homage to what you now see in front of you, but a large town within the plains of the Northwest Safari. The journey you've taken of a week from just getting from Bugatti to here has only shown you the outskirts and rivers and banks of Serengeti-like scene. But now you guys enter into the plains and fields of where House Richmont would lie, and you see the influence of Genesis now presiding in front of you. Large city. You see Aarakocra flying in the skies above. You see Dragonborn sometimes taking to their wings into the skies as well. There's a mix of individuals here. But the reigning leaders of this place are already known to you. You guys arrive to the outside of the gates of Baivasha, where you see entry is just kind of open, where people are walking in, walking out. There's small security of like plate armored individuals in the front, and you guys have a cart that you guys are basically passing with you. Father Cruz, that's something easy you can just turn into a suitcase and walk in with if you wanted to, or if you guys are just trying to come in style on your cart, you may do so. Velu has already made contact with Nathaniel, who lives within this city. So that is one contact you guys have, and maybe the next step in your locations. But it's up to you. Baivasha is now yours. What would you all like to do?
I think we should go look for shit. I don't know. Let's go find Nathaniel. Who's with me, gang? Anyone? Anyone?
Well, Velu's AFK for like 1 minute, but I'm sure
Lamau.
he'll say yeah.
Velu like gives a thumbs up. Layla gives a thumbs up. Not acknowledging what she said.
I vote we go look for Nathaniel.
We were already gonna do that.
Great, guys. And anyone else? Any objections at all? Anything?
It just like shrugs their shoulders and says, "I'm pretty tired," and just like kind of like yawns a bit and says, "Whatever you all want to do."
My only ideas after was like bar hopping.
It just nods at that idea.
Mir, Carnelian. All right.
Welcome to Baivasha. It's like someone like kind of like yells at you from the side.
Oh my god.
This random Leonin. The city is dense in the bottoms. It kind of is like almost slummy in the beginning, where you see a lot of the buildings kind of like packed on themselves. People like very busily like moving throughout the city street into the alleys. But there's an obvious path that leads towards like the higher climbs of the city. Some of the interesting things you take notice of first are like, first, the manor on the top of this hill, a beautiful display of like the Genesis like influence here. There's also some guild halls you can see in the distance. The middle of the city itself is a marketplace. There's a trail leading direct to the manor. And there's ramparts surrounding the entirety of the city, where you can see the Aarakocra and Dragonborn basically are flying like in high altitude and monitoring of the location on a constant circulation.
What?
It's pretty good.
What color are the Dragonborn?
Every other colors. I mean, you see green, reds, and blues. Like, it's not a lot of them, I guess you should say, but you do notice the occasional larger flying creature that has scales. I think it's actually the wings you take notice of, because the wings of the Dragonborns come in different variances of colors. Fire, acid, ice. Like, it's interesting. Carnelian.
Oh,
You here?
I don't think he's here.
Dion.
Did we lose him?
We
He
lose
said
them a lot
BRB.
nowadays.
Okay, we'll get back to him. Go ahead, Bella.
Uh as since Valu knows the location of where Nathaniel is at, Valu will start walking towards Nathaniel's place.
Okay. Walking past the slums a little bit into kind of like the middle district, past a little bit of the city, you kind of make your stroll, like walking by many individuals, humans, Leonin, Tabaxi, majority like these different types of creatures. It becomes very clear that this place is definitely inspired by like a Leonin and Tabaxi like primary population. Everything else seems secondary after that. There's so many Leonin and Tabaxi just kind of like navigating around this area. It almost kind of like loses track as you see another white Leonin. You kind of like double take, but you know that's not him. So like you stare, and you're like, oh shoot. So you lose track in some moments, and then like you kind of walk past a few others, and eventually you get to a point where you see that there is a familiar individual kind of sitting down at a table, what looks to be on the outskirts of like a little like coffee-esque shop inside of Vivasha. And you see he currently sits down. He's wearing his full armor ensemble for Hex Valis, and he looks like he's in the middle of like, you know, reading something. He has like little spectacle glasses on.
Oh. Okay. What's it called? Yeah, I kind of want to do something funny, but it's not in character. Velu would approach.
As soon as you start to approach, his perception catches, and as you arrive, he stands up very swiftly, taking his spectacles off and looking, but also not looking to like immediately notice you. He kind of like coughs to himself and just stretches his arms like nonchalantly.
That, you make it obvious that like you spotted me. Like next time, maybe just like don't do that and like yeah.
My apologies. And he kind of like nods, and he looks to the rest of the Runiseer's group and gives a nod of his head. Looks over to the rest of you all. Your journey was splendid, I hope.
It was fine.
Did you guys run into the local tribes at all?
What was it? The angel one?
Oh, the Pride, the Angel Song.
Oh, you meant tribes? Oh.
Right. Yeah, you were in Bugatti, were you not? They just like nod their head.
There's like giant scorpions and crickets.
Oh, that's Slidden Kali.
The what?
He kind of like stares at you. Oh, I imagine you haven't been taught in this. The Tlinkali are a scorpion folk tribe. They had reared their heads within the last 20 cycles. They have not made any treaties with Baivasha or the House Richmont. They claim land as their own.
How do you spell that?
In common?
Uh-huh.
Tlinkcalli.
Yep, I got that. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then
okay.
crickets, the Thrykeen, the Thykreen.
I see. And do they have any treaties?
No. They actually are another one of the tribes that have not engaged with the politics of Genesis.
And why is that?
He kind of like shrugged his shoulders a minute. You can see a little bit of his like dumb like expression of it. And he says, I mean, there are many other tribes that still live within the Safari. But my knowledge to why they do not engage is beyond me. It seems reasonable that they would align themselves to strong allies. It's the
I see.
same with the Runivorous gnolls and the bullywugs. They just do not seem to want to be involved in it all.
Okay.
But there are some requests from the House Richmont to go and seek treaties with these folk. I imagine the Runiseers would be very excellent at maintaining good relations with different tribes. And kind of like stares at all the groups.
You think we can get along with crickets?
Yeah, we saved one of them, remember?
Oh,
yeah.
we did? Well, that's excellent. I do not know if they're able to share a name, but
I forget their name.
it is fine. However, to track them down is fairly easy. Follow the rivers to the larger ponds and creeks, and you'll typically find some smaller huts. They typically live on the outskirts in the plains beyond Baivasha.
Chakta.
Ah, a very common name of the Trikeen. They're not very large as a tribe, I shall say, but they do multiply fairly quickly. I believe they have a queen of some kind. Anyways, welcome to Baivasha, my home. If you've not known, and kind of like puts his hands out. It has become a lot since the time of the Hastings rule, but this is where my family is, and now where you are.
So where are like your favorite places to go, or whatever?
I mean, this is one of my current stops, and kind of looks up at this like kind of quaint little cafe bar situation here. It's not a tavern, but it's just like kind of an outdoor coffee shop situation, something kind of cute. And it says locally owned and all of this. I enjoy walking around the ramparts and the streets. Sometimes I'll be more of my time in Genesis, however. Speaking of, okay, looks over at Velu. Do you plan to visit Genesis?
The entire conversation, Velu's face is like somber, and he'll look up to Nathaniel. Probably.
Kind of nods at that. If you do need the accompaniment, I can find myself available for you.
I'll let you know. Using the the link
Yeah.
from the brand. In Nathaniel's mind, Velu says, "They know everything.
Kind of like his
I-
eyes widen a bit.
I told them everything."
Kind of like you see his nose scruff a bit, and his hand kind of go to his eyeball and like kind of rub out like a little bit of like the stress from the eye, looking at you. Looks to the rest of the group. Well, what are your interests in Baivasha? I can maybe point you in the right direction.
A tavern, good wine, anything.
He smiles, of course. There is plenty in the slums, but those are the cheaper areas. If you're looking for something more dignified in the middle city, you may find that near the Trail of the Manor there is quite a nice establishment. Some of the Rune visits, and sometimes you might find Terita Vow around the corner. Some of the mercantile shops. Has lots of business. Good drinks. Little pricey.
What of your mages?
Oh, there's actually a few mage guild halls here. Have you heard of Resorcerer before?
No.
Genesis started this initiation of Resorcerer, which was basically this specialized training unit of sorcerers, and sometimes they have a guild that will go forth and seek out trained individuals to do contracts. These contracts would include acquiring magical items, things of that nature, and bringing them back for cost of gold, or even the opposite of paying gold to just have the creation of spells and the availability of such. There's also glyph carvers, another guild of Genesis. It's not, I don't think it's right up your alley, but it's an arcane advancement guild, to be said. Something more of a feats where you can get certifications of some kinds.
Certifications?
Yes, some. It's more in tune with Epsilon and all of that. Like think of a training facility for mages, but not aligned to either Epsilon or to. He kind of like blinks for a second. It's a little out of my practice. Blazon Academy would have its own university, but Glyph Carvers is like the proprietary trade. You know, it's the trade equivalent of going to school.
What are the benefits of being certified as a mage?
Sometimes you can get into different areas of access with your mage licensing. So if you need to see certain magical artifacts and runes that are privatized, you may be able to get access to that. Additionally, there's some places in this world where you can't even pass certain walls of magical protection without it. Specifically in Genesis, there are dedicated facilities that you cannot even enter the premises of without these licenses.
How do I become certified? How long would that take?
I don't think it would take very long. I think they assess you for a day, and then you get your results the next.
Can you point me in this direction?
Yeah, there's a guild hall probably down the road, a mile that way, and kind of like points. It'll be marked with some banners. You'll see kind of like a knife with a rune surrounding. It's hard to miss.
I'm just gonna look at the group. I'm gonna go get certified. I will see you later unless you want to come along with me. And he's gonna start walking.
Very well.
I also want to start following.
And then
Nathaniel,
this
do you know where the library is?
right. There's a place. The merchants of Torito Vow have a library, but I would recommend going to Magi and Cantum, which are the arcane guild hall libraries. They're much more advanced, but Torito Vow does have a library that's kind of more basis on a entertaining books, if that makes sense. Historical.
Which one?
Go to Magi and Cantum.
Magi and Cantum? Is that in the same direction that they're going?
Kind of like stairs. I think so. Most of the guild halls are nearby each other.
Thanks.
No problem. And he kind of like looks over at Idris and for you, and like Idris kind of like shares like looking into like some of their family history. And they said, well, I would probably talk to. I'll look into that for you. And he kind of nods, and Idris kind of like smiles, looking at the rest of you. Carnelian, you kind of look at him for Nathaniel. I don't know if Dion's back yet or not. If we lost
Yeah, I'm
him.
here. Sorry.
Okay, you're all good. You had noticed on your walk into Baivasha that there was a lot of boards for jobs nearing the entryway leading towards the manor at the top. Before turning to meet Nathaniel, there's like this board of like things going on that are requests of the royal lord and lady of Richmond. So like things that the barons and like baronesses have like instructed for people who are willing to go pursue. You didn't read these because you weren't here to read them, but if you wanted to, you could go back and read those boards. But that was something I was showing you if it caught interest.
I would like to read those. Yes.
Cool. And that all is rotationally around the same area. Is there anything else that you guys want from Nathaniel before you guys just take your leave? I know Ymir's already stepped away and Mimosa has. Father Cruz, you're now stepping away, and then Velu, you think you're still sharing a moment with him as well.
Yeah, Bella's gonna stay with Nathaniel.
Okay. You find a way to make leave, and I think Idris follows you, Carnelian.
Okay.
Just enjoying the walk.
Looking at the job boards.
Mm-hmm. Like old times. Velu, you have a moment with Nathaniel.
Yeah. Yep.
Wise to share your full story with these individuals.
Yes, but I don't know how they feel about me anymore, or the kingdom.
He shrugs his shoulders. You have a responsibility on your shoulders. How could they expect to understand that? Matter of fact, how could you expect to understand it? You've avoided it for so long. You know your brother is now eligible.
I know.
Tilts his head. For all you know, he may find himself a suitor within the cycles and phases to come, and you won't have an option, and you'll be outcast, and I will no longer be in service to you.
Really?
He nods his head. I am in protection of the prince.
Yeah, I know.
But my brother Theodore will be at your disposal. As he is to your brother.
Yeah. Okay.
Not to
Mo's just gonna sit there
dampen
and just
you.
stare at the floor. Maybe I shouldn't have gone. Maybe I shouldn't have left.
He doesn't say
So
anything.
much responsibilities. Maybe I should leave. I don't know what to do anymore.
Maybe you should see how the world is. Take a look at Vaivasha, see what's happening here. Maybe you'll feel a motivation to help. After all, if it's not your responsibility, it's still somebody's.
Yeah, that's true. Also, do you really not know why the local tribes not want to partake in politics?
I'll be honest with you, Layla. He kind of nods at you. There is no way of knowing. These tribes have been at odds with each other for many cycles. And the Lord and Lady Richmont just do not wish for their wars to come onto our land. And they haven't, so far.
I see. Okay.
It's all territorial. I don't know what they seek, and I don't know who sparks evils. They all could be doing things for good, valid reasons. But it's not for me to say. It's not my job.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not all-knowing, you know.
No, I know. I was just wondering. I was just wondering if you knew.
He kind of like puts a big lion paw on your shoulder and kind of like just shakes it for a second. Go take a stroll around the city, maybe see some of the people and see how things are. Maybe it'll help you in your decision.
Okay.
He smiles at you. And good on you
Balu-
for sharing with your close allies. They may be the only ones you have.
Yeah. Belu faintly smiles and just, I'll go give it a try. Slowly walks off out of the cafe.
That's like a go get him face. Let's go to Carnelian real quick because I wanted to get you kind of this stuff out of the way. In Vaivasha, there's like a large quest board. It's some of the pay for this stuff is substantial.
Ooh.
One of the quests on this board is called Corrupted Knolls. The pay for this job is 7,500 gold pieces.
Oh?
there is a corruption source within the center of the Knoll's encampment that is causing sporadic evil to basically be washed among the Knoll tribe. They believe that there is some fiendish incentives of the Knolls to pursue like domination of the territories. They either request that you subdue this corruption source or to negotiate with the Knolls to stop. Those are your two options. And then the
Kron will
pay
look over.
is like 7.5k.
Holy. Kron will look over towards Idris. You think we can do that one?
It just kind of like shrugs and says, maybe. It will require us to leave here. I mean, we have some time, I guess.
Kron will take it off the board.
Yeah, look at the other ones. There's an owlbear nesting site. You already knew about this. This actually was from Bugatti. It's a little far away from now, and it's a bit trivial for you. You know, it's not going to be super difficult to do. 1,200 gold.
What's the next highest paying one?
The next highest paying?
Yeah.
There are two that are very high paying, but they're rated as a very high difficulty. One of them is called a Shusuva pack, and they were spotted. There are 5 Shusuva near the area of Baivasha, and they need to be removed, whether they're killed or relocated. You have no idea what a Shusuva is. You can make a history check.
Okay. If my shit will load. Okay. History. 4.
No fucking clue. But its pay is 9,000 gold.
At 5 different locations we have to go to?
No, there's 5 spotted, like 5 individual creatures spotted as a pack. It's a pack of 5.
Oh.
It describes them as like hyena demons.
Oh. Kron's just gonna like look over towards Idris again. What about that one?
Idris is like looking at a different one, and she like stares at that one. She just she widens her eyes. She's like, really?
Do you think we got it?
I don't know.
Like, take a guess.
I don't want to fight demon hyenas.
Okay, I'll look at the other one.
Recruiting the Grung tribes. A moderate difficulty, but the pay is 9,000 gold pieces. Their tribe is approximately 40 or 31 in count, as they've counted on the most recent posting. But it requires somebody to go there and negotiate like treaty with the House Richmond.
Okay.
They haven't sent anybody to go do it. For whatever reason.
We can just negotiate for them, right?
Right. The goal is to not kill them all off.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that one.
There's no goal of killing anything or anybody within this Grung tribe. But they do want basically some treaty to be formed between them and Baivasha.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll have that one.
There's also There's also something called a hunt, a giant axebeak hunt. So for every axebeak you catch or like hunt down, they'll pay 250 gold for each catch.
Axebeak?
Giant axebeaks. That's what they're called.
Okay. I'll keep that in the back of my mind.
Mm-hmm. And last thing.
Any more info for the axebeak of like where they would be?
It's around. Like they're a local like a local nuisance.
Okay.
There's also one. The rest of the quests here not really super interesting to you, but this one pops off as an interesting one, and it's called Mechanical Menace. There's some type of mechanical monstrosity within the area of the Northwest Safari that's been killing off everything that's come into its path.
Oh.
Like if it's a random traveler, if it's a pack of a tribe, a hunting like party, they get slaughtered and they never come back.
Okay.
And this mechanical menace, what they're saying is they don't know what it is. They have a suspicion that it's a warforged of some kind that's been malfunctioning, and they haven't been able to identify its home. The only information they have is that it is attracted, like apparently, to some of the local area of. I don't know if you know this area, so I'm checking real quick. There's a map location kind of, and it's called the Pagoda Valley, which is all the way to the west of the Northwest Safari, a very far distance away from you, probably like maybe 3 or 4 weeks away.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
goes around that
Instead
area.
of taking that piece of paper, I'm just gonna jot it down on the back of a different one that I have.
Okay. Yeah, you grab that. Lots of quests, lots of things that the Lord Lady Richmont have posted out for adventurers to come forth and do. These are jobs maybe even Epsilon hasn't taken.
Okay.
So
yeah, after jotting all those down, Karn will find the group once more.
Okay. You'll walk around with Idris for a bit, just kind of like exploring the area of the city, bumping into left and right of folks. Jumping over to Ymir and Mimosa. Mimosa, you're following Ymir kind of. The tavern that you were described to is a breakaway from Ymir's direction, but Ymir, you start to approach this guild hall, and you see like the same banners that lay out that Nathaniel described. This kind of open guild hall. You see some people wearing like mage like esque robes. You see some people who are just wearing tunics and like normal practice. Some people carrying books. Some people who just have magical essence floating around them, like just floating like things on staffs and things of that nature. You feel in the right place.
Ymir's kind of just walking around, and he'll look over to Mimosa. Are you gonna get certified too?
I don't think I could,
Yeah, it was a joke.
but maybe I could
wonder-
try.
Do you think there's like
I mean, I
barbarian
make you look really
certification?
good.
No, it's okay. I just want to see it. You don't get to see a lot of mages in areas like this, so I'd like to learn.
I mean, I understand. That's why I have the whole like trading area so I can learn new things. It's fun. Also, I have like bad news that I didn't feel like bringing up in front of Nathaniel. He doesn't really know about it too much.
What is it?
I think the hags, most is just like kind of like looking around. The hags have the covenant at its power again, or she revived her sisters because the Narender is very much awake.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, well, it's not okay, but I'm used to it. I guess. Also, like, scratch his head a little bit.
Everything's gonna be okay, Ymir says awkwardly. You could see
Yeah.
he doesn't really know what to say. His eyes are kind of dead. Sorry.
It's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
even a better reason to get certified in magic, right?
Yeah. No, maybe we can learn different ways of how to defeat the bullshit that keeps coming up in our life.
Yeah. Maybe I'll learn, like, one spell. If that's possible.
I don't know if that's... let's just go look for somebody.
Okay.
Ymir's gonna look around.
Yeah, you look around. You see some interesting faces. You see this Harengon individual. They have a staff that's basically made of entirely like mossed wood, and like its twigs like spiral at the top. You see that its eyes are green, its ears put out very gray, but its full body is covered in pockets. You know, it's like things that are like random materials, different like sigils and stuff like that. A very interesting, like kind of out of the blue person. And you see them kind of standing there reading on like the list of like a board near the front. And I think like you just gained your interest in whatever they're doing and like kind of like slowly float over to that. And you see the list that they're reading is of names. And you see like ranks and things like that on the board. He's like trying to point something out.
I'll read over.
And you like stand next to him. He kind of he sniffs and like looks at you. He kind of like gives you like a little "what's up" like nod, and just like looks at the board again. Lots of names. Some of these are just meaningless to you, but you do see the ranks. Some of the ranks include like mage, like for like archmage, for example, and you start to like remember like, oh yeah, Raija was an archmage. Like that was like a whole like thing. Like that was like one of their titles. So archmage, mage, novice, like you see like they're kind of like listed out here as like a hierarchy. It looks like archmage is like the top, and you see that this guy's like pointing down. He's like kind of like in the novice area still, and he kind of like drops his finger to somewhere and he just scratches his like whiskers and pulls them. Rats.
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, what race is this person?
Harengon.
Okay.
Like a rabbit folk.
And who might you be?
Haza.
Nice to meet you, Haza. I'm Ymir.
Kind of like smiles a bit. It's like, pleasure. Are you a sorcerer?
Yes, I am a sorcerer,
Druid.
and I was. What kind?
Subclass? It's complicated. I don't. You know the lands, right? You can do the different terrains for druids.
Mm-hmm.
Of the land, plains.
I see.
Yes.
I'm a rune sorcerer.
Oh, a rune sorcerer. He kind of like twists his nose. What is that?
I made it myself.
He kind of like widens his eyes.
So
like,
not
oh.
too sure.
Make an insight check.
Oh, that was a good one. I think I have a +1 to insight. It was a 19 plus. I think it's dirty 20. Yeah, dirty 20.
Yeah. Haza stares at you, and his insight. He looks intrigued. He looks like interested in what you've mentioned. It's like, what would even a rune sorcerer be? And he kind of like his ear kind of tilts towards you, and like he's actively listening to you. And he's like, right, are you? He points at the like the guild hall. Is like, are you a initiate or
What is an initiate?
beginner, novice?
Ymir shrugs. I just got here.
Oh, you haven't. Come, let me help you. He kind of like puts a hand on your shoulder. And
Great.
your friends?
Also, this is Mimosa. I was just about to introduce them.
Also, like, walks up and he, like, looks at the board, nods to himself like he understands what this means.
Are you a practiced mage as well?
No.
Ah. Well, I hate to inform you. There is an entry-level test in order to access into the guild. If you wish to participate, you may find that you have a font of magic. Who knows? But it's up to you. I don't want you to be disappointed either.
I could take the
Oh.
test. I mean, that would be fun.
They won't deny you, but they may restrict your access given your results. He kind of like coughs a
Oh.
little bit and twitches his ear.
Am I not just allowed to follow him around?
After a certain point, it becomes exclusive access. Just a guild thing. But I'm willing to help you in your entry level test. It's not something. It's open book, I should say.
Oh, it's that kind of test? It's not like a...
No. It's not like you're not writing. It's like practical. Like a cantrip or two, or like the demonstration of your magical power.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting. Mimosa, you have magical power.
Mimosa just looks at
Ymir
Ymir.
gives you a crazy smirk side eye, looking up at you like we can bullshit our way through.
Mimosa, he'll kind of like look at Ymir, and then he'll just like, just scratch his head, but like tap his head, trying to like signal, oh, maybe mental mind connect mind.
Hasa is like staring at the two of you, and he's like, "Are you alright?"
Sorry, it's been a long traveling day, you know how.
Mhm. We came from the west continent,
Yeah.
like my
Oh, what a
brother.
journey! I've actually never been.
You should go.
I hear things about it, not really per se of my own tastes, but sounds interesting. I'd love to hear more about it. Would you like to step in?
Yes, I'd love to. I'll tell you all about it while we're, during our time here. Your name was again? Sorry, I'm not too good with names at the moment.
I realized I put like Haza's image in pics for a different channel. That's my bad. Yoink. I put an image in the wrong location. Lamau. What were you saying? One more time.
What is your name again?
Haza.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Just like nods at you. He escorts you guys in a little bit, kind of showing you the ropes. The first thing he shows you is this like pedestal, and the pedestal has like a little bit of like a placement on it. You see some people who are lined up to like do their initial novice like testings and stuff. It seems very simple. There is a square like metal cube that sits on top of a pedestal, and your objective is to move the cube without touching it. And that's it.
This is all?
This is like the first step. He nods his head. It's like it's very rudimentary. I mean, a mage hand, you can go and practice, or you can just get a spell scroll and do it from that way. He kind of like nods, like, but some people just give up. So this is how they train kids to let them know if they're magical sometimes.
Ah, I see. Ymir puts his hand on his chin and looks over at Mimosa. Wait, is Mimosa here?
Mimosa's in
Yeah,
here.
Mimosa's
Mimosa,
there.
you're kind of surrounded by nerds right now, Mimosa. Like this is like a lot of scrawny, random individuals. A lot of Leonin, Tabaxi, but like this is like the only Harengon in this area. So like he's like kind of an outlier, but now you guys are too. So some people are also giving you looks. But like, yeah, you see that there's a couple of pedestals, some stones on them. There's some people observing, but not really paying attention because it's like the first test. So there's like some observers, but nothing super serious.
Mimosa's just gonna like look around, feeling out of place.
Would you like
How are you gonna move that cube?
Huh?
Ymir asked Mimosa. How are you gonna move that cube?
How am I gonna move it?
Oh, yeah.
Mimosa's
Ymir throws up a group chat. Dude.
Oh wait, there's a chat.
Yeah, no, he throws it up as you say, dude. He's like, holy shit.
Mimosa, of course, in group chat. I don't have magic. The only
No,
spell,
I know.
the only spell I have is that fucking Baerjin's eye shit.
Yeah, you can't
It's
blast it
either-
with petrification.
I'm not moving that cube, or I'm disintegrating it. And I'm not using that.
You see one mage steps up to a pedestal, and you see they use firebolt, like a very quick like firebolt to like the cube, and it knocks it off the pedestal. And some people go like, "Oh yeah, magic," and it's just like whisperings among them.
Magic. Ymir says in your brain, I'm not gonna lie. You're very strong. What if, and hear me out, he looks over to you in your mind and with like widened eyes. what if you just punched really fucking hard, and like the pure wind just pushes the cube?
Mimosa like puts his hand over his belt as he's looking at Ymir. You know, I'm flattered you think I'm that strong, but I don't know if I'm punching air and making the what if I like stomped the ground really hard and the cube fell off?
Ymir's throwing up a lot.
See Haas is kind of like crossing his arms, like looking at the two of you. It's like, you know, it is just a cantrip you could do. You don't have to actually waste a spell slot for this.
Oh, I'm just like picking which cantrip I want to use, you know.
Yeah, you know.
He nods his head.
just
It's like, I
decided.
understand. I understand.
Mimosa's gonna like
Oh.
turn away from Haza and like kind of like put his arm around Ymir as they're like in mind discussing. Ymir,
Hmm.
I think I'm a little fucked.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. I was happy that you came with me, but I'm not. I'm gonna have to start getting serious. Ymir says that, but starts laughing.
I thought maybe I could have got just like a pass or whatever, like a little student
Yeah.
pass, so I can like follow
Actually,
you
let
around.
me ask. Let me ask. Haza,
Yeah.
if, like, hypothetically, Mimosa wasn't like capable of doing this in any capacity, would there be like a pass for him
a
to
pass?
just walk around? Yeah, to like be with us still.
In this building, no. I've
Oh.
tried, at least. I have a friend of mine that likes to accompany me, but whenever I come here, they usually just go do something else because they cannot go past there. And he like points in their direction, and you see a literal like almost like an anti-magic screen of like a screening area. And you see that people like walk through it. You see some people bonk into it, like, oh man.
Ymir says shit in his mind. I don't know then. I mean, we have the group chat, so I can talk.
What spells do you have?
Oh yeah, I can move this easily. I could have moved this.
No,
a long
I
time
mean
ago.
like,
Oh.
what if you moved it for me?
Yeah, you
Do you
see,
think
but
they
they'll.
noticed?
Ymir thinks to himself.
I was just,
Okay,
like, staring.
I got an idea. I'm gonna subtle spell my mage hand for you, right? All you have to do is do a verbal like mage hand, like just do jazz hands, okay? And it's going to seem like you casted it.
Do you think that would work?
I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, all these people are like novices or whatever noobs.
No one can
They won't-
detect
they
the
wouldn't-
subtle magic, so they
yeah,
won't
that's what
know.
I'm saying. They
what's-
don't. Do they even know what a subtle spell is?
Oh, well, yeah. Ymir blinks at you. The sorcerers exist.
Ah,
What are you guys doing?
hopefully. Melissa's like
Ymir's
expecting
gonna.
that they're all gonna be looking at me. I look so weird.
No, Ymir like points of. I guess like one person who's probably doing like the same test and has to either do some form of fucking hand signs or
Yeah,
shit.
you
like,
see
this
the
is normal.
you see like really like you look at the most complicated hand signs that someone's crafted for themselves. They're doing like blood gang symbols, and they're like making a circle, and they like cause like a rift of time to open, and then like a mage hand pops out from like the eternal abyss, grabs the cube, and like shakes it like a dice and rolls it off, and it disappears.
I have an idea. What if I raged for like 1 second, and it looks all magical while you do it? So people will be focused on me looking weird, and not on the fact that you're subtle spelling.
Sounds good. We could do that.
Okay.
Alright.
Should I go first or?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay.
Haas is like
What's
taking
going
like
on?
a little like arm cross to the situation. He's interested. He's definitely paying attention. So I need your subtle spell's gonna be fine, Ymir. I don't think he's gonna catch that. He does know you're a sorcerer though, so he will maybe like catch on later. But now he doesn't know. Mimosa, however, you can choose performance or deception.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I got a -1 in both. So I'm just gonna
It's gonna look different depending on what you choose.
I'm gonna pick performance.
Okay.
Oh!
Ymir is
So
gonna reaction.
Oh,
He's gonna react. I just rolled it actually for
I
the
know, I
day.
just watched it.
He's gonna reaction use his card of fate to turn that into a 15.
you pull a card out, and Haza notices you like kind of take the card out because that's not subtle, right? And the card, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what happens to it. He kind of stares at it. And he's like, "Oh, that's interesting, magic item." And he kind of like twitches his ear to it, and as he's like notices the item, it's distracting enough for him not to notice that Mimosa is absolutely making buns of themselves right now. Like the card is not actually changing what Mimosa's doing. It's just making people not pay attention. And Mimosa's rage like looks like catastrophic as like literal ichor pours from the eyes and like mouth. And you're not even holding a hand out. And the mage hand just like knocks over. It doesn't even look like your same type of magic. It looks like a different color completely. And it just pushes it over like a little like flick. And then like your rage ends immediately. In your mirror, you're like
Well, he's
staring.
gonna nod and like wipe his eyes and mouth.
But Haza
and
is
that's
like,
how that's done.
he like looks at you and he like double takes like, "Oh, you're done. Oh wow, good job. Yes, good job." He's like clapping and everybody starts like, "Yeah, good job, good job."
Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing.
What's that? So he points at your cards.
Oh, just my cards. I just have a lot of cards.
Oh, mind if he puts his hand out?
No, like these kind of stay with me. It's a family heirloom.
Kind of pulls his hand back. He's
You
like,
won't even let me touch them.
Yeah, I keep these cards very close to me.
apologies.
I'm sorry. No worries, no worries. I'm okay. He like Ymir like changes the subject, rubs his hands together, and looks over to his cube, and he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be as good at the Mimosa, but hold on. Ymir like puts fingers to his head and like starts sweating, and his hand shakes as he casts Mage Hand, but he makes it look very troublesome.
Yeah, he makes himself look like he's having a hard time. Like a little like wobble of the hand, like it's like a shaky hand coming out, like a shaky mage hand, like it's scared of the cube, and like it gets like it like goes on its fingers, walking up to it, gets nervous, and just kind of kicks it over.
Actually, Ymir's gonna like dispel the mage hand midway going through, and then he's gonna try again. He's like, "Oh, sorry, my bad," and he's gonna cast it again, and it dispels again. And he's like, "Hold on, I got this." And then he casts it third time, and it finally pushes.
There you go. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You see, it's not too difficult. You have to believe in yourself.
I always trusted you could do it.
You always do that when you cast spell. He points at your eyeballs that have ichor running down. Do you always do this when you cast a spell? My friend, Mimosa?
Ymir
Huh?
bumps
Do what?
Mimosa.
Do you always do this when you cast a spell? Bleed from your
yeah, every time.
eyeballs? Nods his head. Better you than me. And kind of turns over to the little like veil. It's like, I think that's it, is it not? And he kind of walks over to it. He's like, he walks through this little veil. You guys can try if you want.
Oh yeah.
You guys walk through the veil. Both of you walk through the veil. Yeah. And as you walk through the veil, a new room is released to you, and there's less people. And it's like kind of like one by one. You guys are kind of doing trial to trial as you guys are going through this like guild hall, basically. And we're gonna cut from you guys for a second. I'm gonna go to Father Cruz. You're looking for a library. I think you start looking around for this Magi Incantum, this other guild hall where there's a major library, and you find it. They allow you access to go peruse around the books and see what's available. Is there something you're specifically looking for?
do they have a list of missing like persons?
Not in here. I mean, missing persons is kind of like of all time. You know what I mean? Like it would be hard to kind of like compile that list just in one location. Is there a certain person you're looking for? However,
I'm seeing if this is where Deirdre is from.
oh, sure. If you want to try to look for like some sign of like historical evidence that they're from here, then I'll have you make a history check. I'm going to have you make it a disadvantage because you're going through basically a whole
Disadvantage?
library. Yeah, you're going through like a whole library, book by book. It's going to take
Fair
a long
enough.
time. And for skimming, it's not going to be easy.
I'm gonna guidance myself. You 4. 11.
11. No proof of a named Deirdre that lives within like the area of Baivasha. However, Dragonborn are accustomed to this area. There is some books here that talk about like the expansion of the Draconian bloodlines and how integral they are to the survival of like some of the older cities before the divide. It also mentions that a lot of the Dragonborn that live in this continent are primarily towards the northern side of the world. They stay in like the colder regions. Why? There's no real explanation. So, with that being said, they probably would exist somewhere based on your historical looking through this area. They probably exist somewhere near Kristoff Bay, which is kind of towards like the northeastern side of Genesis, if they do, or perhaps like even near the Crystal Mountain. That's just like a lot of the proof of what you're reading in here. It looks like a lot of this library is also like copies and editions of books too. Nothing's really like unique as a book. But there are some messages about Dragonborn heritage here as well, where it just talks about some heraldry of where Dragonborn come from. I don't know if that's interesting to you, but if you want to read into that, you may.
Sure.
They say that Dragonborn, in the before the divide, before the existing of humanity, Dragonborn were created by the ancient and astral dragons, which the astral dragons were something that existed prior to the creation of what they would say the prime gods and titans. And they were used to enslave existing humanity. Like, dragons created the Dragonborn to come out and actually enslave humanity to, like, the worship of the dragons. The Dragonborn turned against their worm masters and allied with the humanoids at the end of this, like, saga and story. Basically turning against the chaotic dragons in their way and just becoming humanoids with the humans, like, aligning themselves to, like, humanity. And that's kind of like the shortened, hyphenated story of, like, Dragonborn existence. I think if that history intrigues you, it kind of, like, leans into the idea that Dragonborn don't, like, really necessarily fall into any type of, like, category of less or more, but they do have a history of being, like, the perpetrators of evil in a long time ago.
Does it say, like, what continent Dragonborns originated from?
The assumption is that Dragonborn kind of just existed, like, sporadically, like, as, like, a moment they just kind of started existing from, like, the will of, like, astral dragons, and that's it. There's no, like, locational, like, region that they're prominent in, which kind of leads to your revelation about what's happening over in Kolosi, where Dragonborn are uniting with each other. There is no real, like, home of Dragonborn.
Now, what about elves?
Elves primarily do come from a location familiar to you, but if you're looking for more official research, you can go and investigate that. Their descent really only started because... I'm just going to give you some information since you're at the library. It's lore time for you. The Elvish descent started because the Archfey met with humans when the planes first touched. Long time ago. The Archfey created the first elves from nothing and promised that they would be the Archons of the Fey realm, which they lied. Elves are literally just, you know, the spawn of humanity that wanted to mimic the material. The underlings of Archfey. And that's it. When Archfey met humans, they wanted their own kind of human, and they made elves.
Where do elves primarily live?
I mean, high elves in the Feywilds, but some have taken, like, more of a... Like, wood elves, for example, have taken place in, like, more, like, their ironic, like, you know, naming is like literally the woods because they have affinities to these natures and locations. But high elves and probably Durgar, which are another type of elf, they primarily reside wherever closest it is to magic. They find themselves like gravitating towards planar portals or even within the Feywild itself. They live for hundreds of years, cycles.
Do they look different or do they look the same?
They look relatively the same, but skin complexions are like vaguely different, or mannerisms, dialects, as things are for humans in their normal like ways they live.
Does any of them match the one from my dreams?
For the elves, high elf. Based on these descriptions, high elf.
Which boy? It's fellow in the past.
Trying to figure out these missing persons and poison things. But however, in the lessons you learn, you do see an individual that doesn't look like they're supposed to be in this area. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay. 7. It's Prince White.
That would be hilarious, but no. You just see I think you see them like in the room. I think that's enough for you, but I don't think you gauge like what it means. But it does have this ominous like feeling to it. It feels otherworldly when you look over for a second. It doesn't feel fair that you're standing in a room and this person existed and you didn't see them already. I'm gonna send a picture of it real quick.
Either they're really hot or really magical.
It can only be one or the other. Yeah, you see this like dark, like suited individual, chains, a hat, and this witch doctor like mask. They have like Raven's feathers around them, and they're just standing there. They're not like holding the things they're holding in their picture, but they are standing there, kind of observing you a bit. And as you like turn to notice, they like tilt their heads, and they kind of like also kind of mimic you a little bit.
Like he was just outright staring at me?
Yeah, just straight up staring at you. Your perception was more of like identifying like what they are and who they could be, but like with your low perception, you have no idea.
Crew's just like noticing he's getting stared at. He'll just kind of like close his book and put it back on the shelf.
It's watching you a little bit. It's kind of like unforgivingly watching you a little bit. But then he turns his head and looks over towards a book and picks it out. And he kind of like holds it. And he looks at you. And he takes the book and he puts it back in its location, but a little bit stuck out. And he just walks off.
I'm gonna grab the book.
You open the book.
Is it the one I had or is it a different one?
It's a different one. It is a religious book, though.
I'm gonna grab it and like go after it.
You see he walks around like the corner of like the library area, and you see that he's like walking at a pace where you're walking a little fast, like try to catch up him, and he turns to a corner, and it's almost mysteriously he's a little bit further away from you. He's toying with you a little bit. You can feel that moment when you're trying to chase, and as like, you know, maybe you subside or maybe stop chasing for a moment, he does like kind of stop in his position to turn around and look at you.
What is that? Can I like look at the book title?
Yeah, you look at the book title. It looks like a relatively historical book about the Divide. Like initially the creation of Arcanium.
Just like looking at the guy, because we'll just go, this is a pretty interesting book.
He puts his hands
Any
up and
reason it
just
caught your eye?
shrugs his shoulders, puts his hands up.
Well, I'm Cruz. What about you? He like put his hand out.
A hand doesn't really reach out to shake yours, but he does look down at it and just kind of looks back up at you. Just puts a hand kind of like waving in the air, kind of like sporadically, and a card appears in the fingers, like a little black like card, and he kind of hands it to you.
Does the card say, okay, I'll take it.
Omnus, OMNUS.
Well, nice to meet you, Omnis. I'm assuming that's your name.
Nods his head.
So, are you from around here?
Shakes his head no.
Same here. I'm from the other continent.
He shakes his head yes.
Have you ever been to Solaria?
Shakes his head yes.
You have?
Shakes his head yes.
Wow. I'm surprised I haven't met you before then.
He kind of like tilts his head left and right.
Or have I met you before?
He doesn't do anything. He just kind of like makes a blank face at you, as he already has. You can't really make out the details behind the mask either. It kind of like voids out at the eyes. Something illusory.
Fucking god, is this fucking Quaintown? Is he real?
How you would your perception check surmises that he's a real person, yes.
I guess I could touch him.
You could. You did take a physical card from them.
That is true. Well, even if you're not much of a talker, that's fine. You can still tell me about yourself using books.
Kind of like nods his head like kind of slow and looks over to like the wall where the library is, and kind of like walks over and puts his finger to like the beak of like the witch doctor like face, and kind of stares at the wall and kind of ignores you for a moment. Now you have this book in your hands and a card that has his name on it.
While he's picking up books, I guess I'll start reading the book that he ominously gave me.
You open it up. It talks about the divide. But specifically in this book that he reads, it talks about the prime gods a little bit more than it does about Arcanium. It talks about how the prime gods, like in their theory, started wars between humanity and basically rain catastrophe across the world. That eventually their plan was just to restart creation and move on. The realization of Arcanium based on Magent, this god of magic, these meteors that rain down from the skies provided Arcanium, and they used this magical power to create a way to block out the gods. This is a story known by a lot of people. This is what the beacons are today. The first beacon actually being a rose in Genesis. Some of the story outlines the ideas that some things in this world are no longer available, such as the touch of the prime gods. Some of the excerpts of this book talk about how, like for example, Leonidas, the god of war, cannot incite his wars upon people anymore. He cannot end wars either. It talks about some theories of memorial, and it talks about how there's no longer a plane of death to arrive to, and now there is nowhere for the spirits to linger, and they must stay remaining in Lycorium to be dealt with. And this excerpt kind of like blinks at you for a moment, and as you're like reading it, he hands something to you, a book.
What's this book on?
You look at it, and it is about death. Like kind of like it just surmises like locational areas of like graveyards, and like it's very informative about like locations and stuff, like for like these worlds and existences. But I think the summary of this is an insight check for you, because he's trying to tell you about himself.
Okay, insight. I'm rolling it. Fuck, I'm gonna guidance that. Holy shit. 8. It's too mysterious.
He is very mysterious. You read the book. It's about death. Really, it talks about like kind of the omens of life. Talks about reasons of death, sickness, decay, famine, theories. But it doesn't really surmise what he's trying to tell you. You don't know what he's trying to say. But you do get stopped at this one excerpt where you're talking about memorial, and it does pique your interest because it does bring up a good point. If someone didn't believe in your religion of balladism, where would they go?
Nowhere.
I wonder what this makes Father Cruz think.
Cruz will, like, look at the guy. I feel like you're trying to tell me something for a really good reason.
He kind of like puts his hand out, like makes like a little like wobbly hand, like more or less.
But why?
He kind of like looks over like at the windows and like the room, and he just gives you a little thumbs up. That's it.
That's it?
Just a thumbs up. From behind you, you do hear like this voice shout for you. It's like, "Sir, are you doing okay back there?"
Yeah, I'm fine.
You turn to like announce the voice, and you see that this person in front of you, they don't disappear, but they are like kind of leaving. Like you see them like just walking a bit away.
Wait.
Stops.
I really want to say this because it's so fucking cheesy. If you've been to Celeria, do you know about my holiday?
He nods.
Could you meet me there when it happens again?
Gives you a little okay.
I'll pat him on the shoulder.
You pat him on the shoulder, and as you pat the shoulder, Raven's feathers kind of poof from the shoulder, and almost like a whimsical like teleportation effect as like Raven's feathers just kind of flock in the area and they fall down to the ground. This person is no longer in front of you. You felt them though. They were real.
What the fuck? For
Velu!
the first time, Cruz just swears out loud.
Velu! You're perusing the area by Vasha, having yourself a good old time. Is there anything that you want to catch as an interest?
Important places that I should not walk near.
Definitely near the higher city, like where the baronesses are, but there's a little path that leads to the what is it called? What would you call it?
Well,
It's like a castle, like a rampart. It's the upper like larger building that was belonged by the Richmonts, basically, and the higher like lords and ladies. Like as long as you're avoiding that area, you're basically fine. But there is a lot of Rune here. You know Rune. Rune is like the guard of Genesis. And not only Hex Valis, you've always known as like the knights to like the lords and ladies, like the specialized like Eldritch Knight fighters assigned to the lords and ladies. But Rune is like the ambassadors of Genesis. They are like the guard, like a little bit lower than Hex Valis.
wow.
So they're around. They're walking in pairs of twos.
They're not magic or anything, right? Yes.
Some are. They don't have like a
Oh.
they don't have like a hierarchy of like non-magical like defenses. People, they're just normal people who take in jobs, and some people have some magic on them. You never know.
Okay, I'll make sure to stay away from them.
Yeah, you just like walk around perusing. There's like people in the streets who are like kind of like walking, and like some of them looking like rather okay. Some people looking kind of like down in the dumps a bit. There's a mixture of like feelings in Vaivasha. The lower slums definitely show their sign of people who are just trying to make it. You know, they don't want to be outside in the outskirts, but they don't want to be like, you know, struggling inside either because of lifestyles. And you can kind of
Mhm.
see the mixture of like that grouping of people. You can interact with anything or anyone. I mean, there's a lot of stuff around here.
Is there anything going on? Specific, like any issues?
I mean, other than the quest
And
boards that like show like things going on, I think maybe you'd see Carnelian and Idris who are currently like walking back with like around with papers and stuff from the quest board,
Hmm.
but nothing that's like out and about. Like no one's just complaining and screaming help or anything like that. Nothing happening like that.
Oh, okay.
You do see that there is an individual like kind of like running a cart, and they're like unpacking like their things for a shop, but like that's just like a normal common person.
Oh, can I look for scrolls?
Yeah. Go ahead and just make
Wow.
a. Let's say it's a Arcana check.
Arcana.
Just like as you walk around to detect some magical things.
Okay. Arcana. It's gonna be a. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. 23.
23. Walking through like the central market area, there is some shops. Some of the shops do have some items that are like for sale. It looks like one of the shops here in this kingdom, in Vaivasha, it has Tarita Vow as one of like the like it's like the tag is from Tarita Vow, which is the name of like the merchants like guild. And it's just like a symbol. It's kind of like a T and a V that kind of combine together to create this like upside down triangle with a little like line going through.
Mm-hmm.
And you see like they're just merchant shops. And as you're walking by, you do see that some may have some spell scrolls. And you walk by, you
Okay.
take a look.
Okay.
Shop owner looks to be like a tabaxi. They look around, like see you approach. It's like, hello.
Hello.
She's like a younger like tabaxi woman, like white, not like a white fur, black around the eyes.
Do you have any spell scrolls?
I have some, yes. Are you interested in what kind of spells?
Any kind.
Oh, sure. We can take a look. She kind of pulls out some of the spell scrolls that she has available for you. In this shop, there's not many high-level spells. The highest level spell here is like a second or third level. There's a second level aid spell scroll.
Aid?
Aid, AID. You choose up to 3 creatures and increase the hit point maximum.
Uh-huh.
You see that there is a couple other ones here. Pulling the shop list up real quick.
Miss Mom, do you have any spell scrolls that are related to wizards, perhaps?
Oh, you should have said. She like removes like a couple of the scrolls. I believe this one here is a wizard spell. Cloud of Daggers, second level spell.
Cloud of Daggers? Do I have that one? I don't have that one. How much is this?
believe 250. Let me check. It kind of like goes back into like a ledger, like looks over this, like costs. Yeah,
Belu just sits there
250.
patiently. 250? Is there any way we can perhaps bargain? Yes.
Perhaps. Do you need material
Huh?
components?
No.
I mean, if you're selling them, then
Uh,
you do some trade and lower the cost.
let's see.
Trade spells, maybe, if you have a scroll that you don't need.
I don't have any. It's fine. Belu just grabs 250 out of his pocket and hands it to her.
She smiles and just like hands it back. Thank you.
Yes,
We have a couple others here if you're interested in more.
sure.
Looks over around at like some of the more interesting scrolls. And because you purchased something, I might throw in a small discount. She smiles at you.
Okay.
We have this one here. Pulls it out. A Witch Bolt. First level spell.
Is this a wizard spell?
Yes.
What was it called?
Witch Bolt.
Witch bolt. I would like to take it.
For this one, it would only be 125 gold.
Perfect. Hand her 125 gold.
She smiles. Are you a spell writer?
I'm trying to be. I'm trying to collect more spell scrolls.
I'd be interested if you find any if you want to sell them.
For you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what was your name?
Kind of like smiles at you. It's nice to meet you. And puts a little like delicate hand out to you. I have a name. Sorry, I'm pulling it up. I had to go to another page.
You're good.
Da-da-da-da-da. Jovelyn.
Joplin? Well, Layla, and Layla will put her hand out, but as soon as they shake, it wouldn't be the strength of a woman, it would be the strength of a man taking her hand.
She's like, oh goodness.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah,
That's fine.
sorry.
You're very strong.
Yeah. But okay. So if I find any spell scrolls, even if they're like first level, you would want them?
She nods politely. Even cantrips.
Even cantrips. You don't care about wizard
No.
spells?
That's typically what happens is somebody may find a scroll they can't use and they'll bring them here. And someone else may be able to use it.
Okay. If I find any, I will let you know.
Of course. And if I have any other wizard spells and you're coming back, I may have them prepared for you. And she smiles again, her teeth kind of showing this time. Smile kind of winces her eyes.
Velu stares. And then Velu gives a faint smile. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. Velu walks.
Farewell. And just kind of like smiles. You have like little gold pouches she like puts away, and like you see kind of like the eyes kind of dart over to other like spell scrolls, and she set new ones out. Yeah, easy enough. For all of you, would you guys all like to reunite after like you guys do some more things, or would you want to like like kind of re-engage? Would you like to engage more in your guys' current objectives or meet with back one? I know Ymir and Mimosa are still doing their little like mage thing still. I can wrap that up. But
I really want to see how that goes.
Okay.
I'm
There
invested.
is some buy-in to that. Carnelian, not to count you out. You're walking around with these scrolls and things like that, and there's a lot of like things happening around the town. Other than these quests, you know that your friends are nearby. You see Velu, who's like stopped at a shop, who has bought some like scrolls for himself. Themselves, I guess, not himself. But yeah, you have sights on your friends, and you know that everybody else has gone to like relative locations. Idris is with you and just kind of shares some moments with you.
Karn's just kind of chill walking around.
Yeah.
If you want to do the Mimosa Ymir scene, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. You do like bump into a lot of like individuals who kind of like stare you down a little bit, Cornelian. Not like in a way that's like, you know, disgruntlement, but like a way that's like not noticing you. And some of them like look at like familiarities at you, and it's kind of weird because they're trying to gauge if they know you or not.
In getting a few of those bumps, Karn is gonna start stealthing around.
Idris is like, "Where are you going?"
I don't like these eyes on me.
Oh, come on. It's like kind of like nudges you over. It's like, they're just looking. I mean, when's the last time you've seen this many Tabaxi around? Or Leonin?
It's been a while, but I don't want to be recognized. So
No one's gonna know who you
you'll-
are.
yeah, not yet. Not until we do some shit, and then we're gonna get seen.
Yeah, but it's gonna be good shit. And she like elbows you in the shoulder.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, killing people is good shit,
Sometimes. They're bad people. I prefer not to.
I guess.
We saved somebody the other day.
Yeah, but being recognized has its issues.
She like shrugs her shoulders. I don't mind being recognized. Hello. And she like waves at a
Yeah, I
random
know.
person.
Oh my, I go to stealth.
Like you gotta like fade away. And as you stealth away, you take notice of like the people who are kind of staring at Idris are giving her a lot of attention. And some of that attention is a little like, you know, you wonder what it would be like. You have those little feints of thoughts, but Idris is soaking it all in and like being a social butterfly. You like just kind of tuck away and find some street alley areas, some more shady areas, some random stranger,
Some relaxing
some
place.
random stranger like bumps into you. Like, watch where you're going, man.
This is what I'm used to.
You like your cloak pulled up in the darkness. You could fly around in these alleys if you wanted to.
Oh, I start zooming in the alleyways.
It's like flying around on top. What the heck? And we're gonna cut over back to you and your Mimosa. You and Mimosa, I want to roll Arcana checks for the both of you. These are individual Arcana checks. Nothing you can give advantage on for one another. I want to see how far like people are taking the bluff. Just from individual.
Not 20!
Let me see mine. That's so funny.
I don't-
And
Fucking God.
I don't even see your
got
roll.
a-
Where'd you roll at?
I rolled on my sheet.
Uh-oh.
I
It's
got
on
a,
D&D Beyond, I see it.
I see it.
I
Yeah.
got a 21.
I think it's just the I get the freaking Avery issues every once in a while. Okay. With actually Ymir, it's kind of unironic the amount of success that Mimosa's having because they started with this such an uncertainty in the beginning, and Mimosa has fully just started to believe that they might be magical. Like, you know, like they actually just started like raging and things have just been happening that maybe like you're doing just because it's like, oh shit, they're doing it right now. Like you didn't know that they were starting, they just started. And you just have to fucking roll with it. You may make it to like an intermediate level together with a nat 20, and it's unbearable because the Terrangon Haza follows you all to an intermediate level. It's like, wow, I did not realize how far you guys have gone in your travel. I underestimated the two of you. I was looking at you initially thinking to myself, man, these two individuals are going to be shot at the door. I misjudged you.
Yes, I didn't believe in myself either.
You were
I
working
knew I
so
had it
hard.
all
He like puts a
along.
hand on Ymir's shoulder, and it's like, you were working so hard on that stone in the beginning. I really thought that it was gonna be over for you once you made it to the lucidity wall. I thought it was gonna be intense.
Ymir sheds a fake tear, like, yeah, it meant a lot to even get this far.
Well, the tests after this are very personal. You actually don't. We're not all gonna be in the same rooms anymore. I actually am gonna be walking beyond this point, and maybe I'll see you on the other side.
Oh,
They're individual
okay.
tests.
Ymir looks over at Mimosa like, yeah, it's over.
Mimosa's
for
like
you."
whole like he had like a whole smile and everything, and he like slowly turns, and it's just like a deadpan, like it's straight
To
face.
make it this
dying.
far.
In your head, you just hear laughing.
You know, I think
don't.
maybe I do
don't
have
know.
some magic, but I don't think it's that strong yet.
Oh, yeah. Ymir just gives you a nod.
Are you kidding me? Did you see what you were doing back there in the last test? I thought that you were gonna break this whole building. You need to control that. And he puts his hands out.
I don't know.
By the way, you've used 2 more rages in the time that you like have like done
Yeah.
all this. I don't know how many rages you have left, but you've used 2 more.
1.
Okay. Yeah, there's a room ahead, and it's individual like entry, and there's like a little like there's no line. No one else has made it to this point from behind you guys. You guys are probably the farthest in than any of the other people who walked into this guild hall. All the information that you've been doing has kind of been entry level. This next test you have unawareness to, and Haza kind of stares at you. It's like, well, good luck. Only advice I could really give you going to the other side is choose wisely. I hope that helps. And he kind of like walks past, and you see a door where it shimmers, and he can take his hand, unlock it, and it closes the door behind him. And there's just another side entryway, a hallway, where you guys kind of like single file have to walk through, and then eventually get to a doorway. Who wants to go in first?
Looks over at Mimosa, and he puts his hand on his shoulder. And does that one gif. I forget which gif it is. She's like, it was fun. You
They're
might
gonna kick me
be
out.
you might be an archmage.
Oh, you think?
I don't know how
Mimosa
far
smiles.
I'm going. No, I don't.
Ah.
But I believe in. Yeah, honestly, you could do some shit. I actually don't know. Maybe Norander could come. No, I'm fucking with you. Don't do that, please. That'd be terrible. That'd actually be terrible.
I mean, hopefully he doesn't do anything. I'm gonna be in a room alone. But you're like nearby, so.
You trust me that much?
You're not gonna just walk away.
Yeah, no, I know, but like just me though? To solve that? Like, I'll do my best. I'll die for it. I'm just saying, like, without
No.
Idris and your dad, like, it'd be
I
hard.
mean, this is a school full of, like, sorcerers and wizards and...
Yeah, that's true. It'll be fine. You'll be okay.
Okay. Hey, maybe if the narrator did come out, they'd think that's a spell or something. Just one that I can't turn back off.
Yeah, it'd also probably be a massacre.
Yeah, no, okay, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Are you
I
not
got-
going in?
No, Mimosa's gonna go in. he's gonna give it a shot.
All right, I'm gonna give you an inspiration because you made it this far. All right, you're gonna have like
Thank
two.
you.
You're gonna have 2 rolls coming up. Ymir, you also get inspiration because literally you're the backbone of this like whole fucking scheme. But you know, this next room is going to be separate from the 2 of you, and I can't reveal one without revealing the other. So both of you are going to canonically enter at the same time, right? You're both
Okay.
entering on your own terms, but I'm going to narrate the test to you guys at the same time, and both of you must choose at that same time. Got it? So I'll read off basically kind of like what you read into the room. The both of you are stepping in at different times, like chronologically, but you guys are going to figure out the results at the end for each of you. Is that cool?
Sorry, say again, my stepdad was talking to me.
No worries. You guys are going in at different times, but we're going to role play them happening at the same time.
Okay,
Okay. That's it.
word.
Cool with that, Nim? You understand?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Mhm.
You step into the room. The room is dimly lit, but there is somebody within the room. It's a proctor. The proctor is behind a kind of this tempered glass. You can see them standing there like a shadow silhouette. In the room, it's about a 4x4 room. So it's not very spacious. It's not even a centered room. You kind of have to choose a corner to stand in if you enter into the room. It's very awkward. You can't really stand in the center if you really wanted to, but like on all four of it, but it doesn't matter. It's small, it's cramped. So as you enter in, you wait for the door to close, and you hear a message from the other side of the tempered glass. Welcome. You made it this far. Congratulations. You're an intermediate trained mage. To proceed to the next level, you must answer the following questions and demonstrate your magical prowess. After this step, all the rest of your training becomes self-instructed. So if you make it past this doorway, this is kind of an explanation to the players. If you make it past this doorway, the rest of your magical, like, you know, licensing is all self-proctored. So this is the last proctored event of this specific, like, guild. The first question it asks you is to name a school of magic that is associated to death. Mimosa and Ymir, I need you both to make intelligence checks. If you know the answer, I know you know the answer already.
Okay.
The point of this is to demonstrate your moment's answering of a question.
Gonna use
7.
my inspiration.
You can use your inspiration for yourself.
I got it's intelligence.
Just straight intelligence.
I got a 17 then.
You guys get the right answers. There's multiple answers to this question that reveals to death. You could say evocation. You could say conjuration. You could say necromancy. There's a lot of answers that could be correct in this firm. Necromancy, it's probably what they're looking for, Ymir. So you answer necromancy. Mimosa, what is a school of magic that you think you've heard before?
Divination or
Divination.
Divination.
The next
Leave me
question.
alone.
The next question comes forward. The question remains kind of like as a open-ended answer for you to kind of like go forth with. When presented an opportunity to cast a spell, what is the following requirements that you are able to cast that spell? What requirements must you have in order to cast a spell? This is an open-ended answer, and I want Mimosa to answer first.
You have to speak the spell, and sometimes it requires like gold or different items, like chalk or inks, diamonds.
Is that where you stop?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Ymir.
Verbal, somatic, or material components, depending on the spell's comprisement.
You guys don't see really much acknowledgement behind the window. There's no like nods of approval or like shakes of a head. So you guys feel kind of empty in this regard. A final question is presented to you and then a demonstration after. The final question presented to you is the following. What is the comprised... This is... I need you both to make a check for me, actually, because it's going to be word jargon. And it's word jargon that's going to make no sense to either Ymir or Mimosa, because it is, like, theoretical things. It's going into, like, more of, like, a theory of magic. So I need you both to make a check for me. I want to say it's Arcana again, but I will allow you to also allow it to be history, because you may have heard it before. Both of them are intelligence-based, but you can use Arcana or history.
Excellent roll. Hell yeah. Let's see what I get. Okay. Just a dirty 20.
Okay. The question aligns with a theory that magic cannot exist without humanity. and it asks you a question on if you were not a human, would you be able to cast a spell? And it kind of talks about theory. Both of your answers can come from certain means and matters and how you decide it. But at the end of it, you may or may not get to the right answer. The answer, in its complexity for you guys, is that without humanity, magic is meaningless. Meaning that there is a perpetual motion that drives the narrative that without humanity, magic has become not magical. And there's a lot of things that would persuade this argument to be false to Ymir specifically. This is a very controversial take, and it's probably aligned with some type of political thing. But you immediately think of constructs, plants, and these other creatures that have definitely shown sentience in your past. Warforged alone are a complete falsity of this statement that it's made here. So it kind of gives you a bullshit test question, like the biased teacher question.
Yeah.
So you feel this way, but in that turn of choice of choosing Arcana over history, you answer the right way.
Yeah. Okay.
Same thing for Mimosa. Mimosa, you asked that and you're like, what a stupid question. Duh. You're like, of course you need to be a human to cast spells. I never see anybody else do it. And that's it. And that's all your answer is. And now there's one final demonstration. This is going to be the thing that breaks the bank for Mimosa probably. Please demonstrate a 4th level spell.
Ew.
In this small room of a 4x4, of a 2x2.
I'm not gonna fucking summon it. What are you?
You are kind of you are in a dimly lit room right now, by the way.
I got my lantern.
I know.
Just naturally. Warhammer.
What does Ymir do?
Ymir's thinking to himself, and then he will put his hands together and close his eyes as acidic energy kind of begins to accumulate around his skin and start creating burns upon his skin as he applies the magenta series onto it, muttering the words magenta series, breaching surge, and creating a volatrolic spear, cast the spell up into the sky, and the spell is sent out as a quick shot at a high speed, and just as it is about to meet, flames of the breaching surge, the purple flames are applied to the spell, mixing into one, and just before it lands anywhere, it actually gets dispelled so that it doesn't destroy anything.
Yeah, you see the room and its walls have negative magic as well. Some lucidite type of embedded into these walls, and as you see the magic try to penetrate walls or destroy something, this is a lead box. You now realize, even in the casting a spell, oh, that's why it's so small. So you realize this, and you, as the spell goes and you start to dispel it, you see even as you're starting to dispel, this room is contained. But in doing so, you cast a 4th level spell, and as that happens for you, there's a moment where it kind of opens up, and you see the room kind of ignite with this runic symbol on the ground, and you feel a pressure kind of applied to the bottom of your feet. It's kind of rubbing. It's kind of static. And as that happens, it's quick, and it's a snap of the fingers, and you're, thank you, please proceed to the next room. And you see a door open on the side that wasn't there before.
Ymir enters on it.
Mimosa, what do you do?
Mimosa's Ymir's just gonna hear a loud thud as Mimosa smacks the ground with his fucking warhammer.
His
trying to
lava
get the door
warhammer.
up.
Yeah. How long do you attempt to do this for?
At least 5 times.
Bang!
It takes a lot of
Bang!
focus.
Bang! Bang!
You hear enough! Stop! Knock it off! Mimosa, you've dented the lead in this room that surrounds it with your hits, which is impressive enough. And
I didn't expect
as
such a big guy to get in here.
and as you like surround the room, they say, "Thank you, please leave." And there's no
Aw.
secret door opens for you. And nothing even opens for you in general. It's just the door you came in from.
Moso just hangs his head low and leaves.
You just leave.
You're like,
You have
we still have we still have your jet.
the lead rooms have blocked your telepathy for a moment, but as you like leave the rooms, you connect.
I failed.
I heard. But I mean, still technically you are a mage though. Like in a, I think you're kind of certified, just not as high.
My dad's gonna be
impressive
so
enough.
proud.
Yeah, I'm proud. Good job.
You are an intermediate mage. Mimosa.
Thank you for coming with me, Mimosa.
Yeah,
I really
where are
do
you, though?
appreciate it. I passed into another room,
Oh,
so I will
I just
let
stand
you know.
here?
I'm not- You feel the thought of a shrug. I don't know. I'm not truly sure. You can do whatever though. I mean, you could talk to other mages in the meanwhile, but I'm gonna try and focus to see. Like now I'm gonna start trying a little bit.
Wait, okay. Can you I don't have magic. Could you like send a sending scroll to or whatever to Father so he knows where I am so he can come over so I can just like walk back to wherever everybody is at. I don't want to trigger the Narrander in a school.
Someone like walks past.
Yeah.
Someone like walking past you, Mimosa, and like sees that you like left the room in failure, and they're like making a face and be like, "Man, that must suck." You already get like
Most
the
will
weird
just like
vibes.
nod.
I'll write a sending scroll and throw it over towards whatever direction Cruz might
Oh,
be. But I don't have
Ymir, as
sending
you walk
myself.
out, you see Haza, who kind of looks at you. It's like, "Hey,
Oh hi.
hey, good job!" He kind of like comes up to you, kind of like gives you like a good old like handshake, but you know, he kind of like shows a vibe that he's gonna cup onto it and give you like a little shoulder pat.
Ymir reciprocates.
Yeah, he does so, and he's
then
like,
has like
"Excellent."
a saddened look.
Oh,
Mimosa didn't make it.
oh, that's unfortunate. I hope they're all right.
Yeah.
If you want to go see him, you can just go walk through here. Yeah, points at the door.
Oh, Ymir walks in.
Yeah, I'll go with.
Ymir
I'll,
walks
I'll,
over.
I'll wait here. I mean, actually,
Mimosa!
Yeah, okay,
I'm,
I'll
I,
leave
I actually might
Mimir!
go, but like, good luck, guys.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Well,
if you want me to wait, I can wait.
No, like if you could, I'll come with you. You're pretty cool.
He smiles at that. He's like, "Thanks," and just waits.
Ymir looks over at Mimosa. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna continue on. I sent the sending scroll over. So don't get into any danger. You should be okay. If something bad happens, the link should be up. I'll recast. I'll do my 10-minute like thing real quick and recast it for him.
Okay.
Mimosa just thumbs ups and smiles. Have fun!
You see Haza, who kind of like walks over to you, Mimosa. It's like, "I'm so sorry. It is pretty difficult. I didn't get it right the first time either.
No, I'll just get it next time.
It's always so pretentious, the questions that they ask."
It wasn't the questions, it was the spell bit.
What?
I did put a dent in the floor.
Oh. What? He kind of like stares at you for a second. I heard something happening. I just figured it was, you know. Never mind. Good luck to you, Mimosa.
Thanks.
He smiles at you. Next test, everything beyond this point is kind of submission, trial and error. So,
What do you mean?
well, we have to. Oh, I can explain it to you as we go further. But one of the tests we have to do is a thesis.
I see.
So it will take a little bit more time than just sitting here and doing. I actually turned in my thesis last week, and it did not get approved. So I'm still stuck in the same position I am currently. I'm trying to work my way to master, but I'm still in the advanced category, which you are now. He puts at a shoulder to Ymir.
So there's advanced, master. What's after master?
Archmage. After
see.
master is Archmage.
Understandable.
Yeah, and the masters, they have to, I think they have a cycle to be a journeyman of some kind. I don't hear much about it, but once I do, I will know. Guys, like rolls his eyes at it.
Journeyman?
It's you'll have some. You have to like go help out some people.
Oh, I've done that. Do I have to do it again? With that?
I don't know what your feats are, but if it qualifies, it may already like pre-qualify.
Oh.
So, but for myself, I am only educational. I haven't done anything in practice really, but I've helped out around for some minor quests here and there.
Okay.
So, that's for the higher levels. For us at the advanced, we are needing to submit theses, which thesis can be about any of the magical schools. It could be about theory. It could be about many different things. I don't have the requirements up in handy, but I did submit a paper that did get denied on the theory of druidic circles and the involvement of the rituals of the Feywild, and that did not pass, apparently. So I'm wondering if I can get some feedback on that, which is what I'm going to get now, hopefully.
You've been to the Feywild?
I have not.
Oh.
But my paper was about it, and I talked to some people who had, or said they had, but apparently that was incorrect, so.
I could give you some tips. I'm actually friends with the head of the spring court.
He just blinks at you. You're what?
Yeah, I saved their life. Or their court? I'm not really sure what those words.
He just blinks at you. It's like, who are you?
Ymir.
I know, but like, it's more of an overall like, what the fuck thing.
Ymir scratches the back of his head. But I don't know.
In continuing here, Mimosa, you get like a sending thing, figure it out, you guys go blah blah blah. Ymir, it is what he's describing to you as a thesis. You have to spend some time writing about magical prowess, journey. You could write about things you know well of, things that are like, you know, there. The thesis only requires the following. One, it's like a couple pages, nothing too difficult, in common, ledger, 2-point font, you know how it goes. But the main purpose is to inspire. Your paper's requirement is that it inspires.
I see.
It's not educational. They don't want you to write how things work. They want you to inspire the use of magic in a way that excites people to, one, promote themselves to become mages and licenses, obviously, and two, to show that magic has more ways of use than just the typical use. That's what the goal is. It will take you time to do no matter what you do. You can't do this in a day, just as like a mechanical thing. But over time, you could come back or even step at one of their other guild halls and complete this. And rising to the rank of a master mage would be beautiful. And then everything left after that is just proving your in-field knowledge, which you probably have in the bag already.
Okay.
This is the one thing separating you.
Got it. Ymir will get to it then.
Yeah. Nothing you have
Genuinely
to do.
interested.
Yeah. Nothing you have to do here, and it kind of gives you that feeling like, I wonder if this is what the academy's like, question mark, you know? Like you have this like little wonder in your head.
Ymir will once he gets that information, he'll look over to Hasha.
Haza, yeah.
Haza, I keep forgetting them. And be like, well, I'm gonna go get back with my friends, but if you need anything, you could always shoot me a sending. I don't have the spell myself, but I have scrolls.
Well, I reside around this area. I actually live here, so I mean, if you see me around,
Oh.
just you'll see the ears. He points at the ears. Like, not a lot of herring gone around here, so
I see.
if you
Alright,
see me, just shout.
Of course. And like I said, if you need tips on Feywild stuff, not only do I have knowledge.
Oh, I've already
but
got
my other.
the notes you've already given me have been great.
Okay.
I need to organize my thoughts. My previous paper, the circle I used for the circle of the wildfire was not the one to use, apparently, according to the feedback I had just received. So, and also on top of that, they did not like my summary about the Feywild courts and how whimsical it actually is. Apparently, there's a very dark side of the Feywild that I do not understand.
Oh yes, extremely dark. Like, really fucked up actually. But yeah, I think I will probably do my thesis on my subclass that I created, so that more knowledge can be learned about it.
Yeah, and that's impressive. I'd read it if you would let me review it.
Of course.
Yeah, maybe I should give you mine too. He kind of like scratches his head.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Well, good luck to you as well.
He
Amir has like a
smiles.
genuine smile on his face before heading out.
And you
And
know,
you-
don't be a stranger. You seem
Of course.
very wise and very strong.
Not that's wrong. I mean, you saw me with the mage hand.
He looks around. He sees Mimosa again. It's like, that's one to be worried about. He like points at Mimosa. It's like, that's eldritch horror. Warlock?
Moses
Maybe.
just looking around, oblivious.
Is it
not
warlock?
worry
Is
about
it what is it? So serious.
It's like a hybrid of, you've never met like a barbarian that could like cast spells.
Initiate. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm,
I understand.
Yeah.
Fey touched. Been there, done that. Farewell.
Well, nice meeting you.
And he walks off. He has a little happiness in his step too, and you see like Mimosa who's kind of like looking around the scene. Mimosa and Ymir, by the way, you don't have physical licenses that have been granted to you. As a matter of fact, they are kind of just they're like embedded as like identities to you now. So in the similar way as if you were to walk and something would have facial ID recognition to you, it's the same way as that walking into these like places will recognize you as these like things. If someone tries to prevent you access to something like that, that's like a physical security. But you guys know if it's allowing for an intermediate mage to be access to, you guys have access to this now. Or you can use it as a negotiation tactic in any of your charismatic roles in the future.
That is crazy that Mimosa asked.
I'm not gonna think about it.
Oh my god.
So this is a tool that we use for later. But yeah.
Intermediate mage, Mimosa Lily Cruz.
We're gonna-
Advanced mage,
we're-
Ymir Zephyrian mage.
We're gonna come back after this 20-minute break. We'll come back to the reuniting of the group, unless there's anything else that people want to do privately. But the Runiseers will reunite in 20 minutes. So I'll see you guys then.
Awesome.
Woohoo!
Hooray.
Hooray!
Wait for Allie to come.
let's see what we can do. Alright. Tatum, you here?
Huh?
Cat? Dion? Alright. Zap? And Nim.
Yo.
Yo. Cornelian, if you're somewhere in the world, we'll find you. But for now, until you come back. I might be a little early anyways. It might not have been full 20 minutes. I don't have a timer. I went on sheer vibes. And also the fact that I forgot to start counting and tell you the time to come back. So, either way. Hi, Blasha. Fun place to be. Interesting people to meet. As far as like you guys have met. But the Runiseers reunite. Whether it be in the same place that Nathaniel or just in a random ass location. You all are back together now. By whatever means necessary. The things that you brought to the group or the tables have been shared, or maybe you're talking about it in the midst of things. But, yeah, the stage is yours to discuss what you wish.
I'm going to need a bit of time to write this thesis. If hopefully we're staying for a few days, right?
Thesis?
Yeah.
I'm officially a advanced mage.
And I'm an intermediate mage.
It just stares.
Moses is gonna flex his muscles.
You're a mage?
Officially.
How did you do that?
It just is having a hard time believing.
I don't know. I just kind of did it.
When I
Moses
said that
is
you
gonna
could be
smile and
anything,
nod.
I'm glad that you took it literally. I'm so proud of you. You somehow managed to be a mage.
Moses will just smile over to Ymir.
Yeah. So, apparently Raj is an archmage, from what I saw. So I'm going to meet that.
It
Not
does.
out of spite.
It does remind you too, Ymir. It's like they were an mage when you met them, and you're now an advanced mage. It only puts you into perspective of like how dangerous your encounter was with Raisha when you first met them.
So,
Wait, Raja was an archmage?
yeah.
She came here to get graded?
She didn't come here. You can get certified in multiple different locations that I learned. But we've been certified from the glyph carvers.
No.
So.
So now, technically, on paper, I'm a better mage than Idris and Velu, or Layla.
Wow. That's cool.
Moses is gonna just smile over. How does that sound? I guess I'm the new wizard of the group. You guys are gonna start taking more damage, more hits.
Go ahead
Hope
and
you
fire off a
understand.
spell right now. That's what I thought.
Moses is gonna like run over and just like give them like a friendly shake. I'm just teasing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Must not be a
Mr.
intuitive test. Like, it
Layla,
is
all you need to do
intuitive.
is become a heavyweight champion then.
Yeah. I guess I'm the barbarian of the group. Oh my god.
Don't you use swords? It just like kind of points at you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too far off. Maybe you are a
Yeah, okay.
barbarian. She covers her face with a little smile.
Yeah, next combat, Mimosa, I need to see spells, and I'll go in the front. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I cast rage.
I cast rage.
Yeah.
I cast Warhammer.
To
Bonk.
fill you in a little bit, Dion, from our rejoining back, the group has reunited back together. They're just mid discussions of like talking about what they found and what they're doing.
Okay.
Did you guys find anything?
Spell scrolls. That's it. Hee.
I guess I learned about some history.
Well, that's fun.
Mimosa Dragonborns were created to basically enslave the world, which is a fun fact.
Oh. I thought they were enslaved.
They were kind of enslaved because, well, after they revolted against the dragons who created them, I'm assuming the people they enslaved revolted again.
That's weird. Kind of crazy. Ugh. I'm glad I was born in this era.
I also learned that the Great Divide happened because the old gods kind of wanted to remake the world with a do-over.
Oh. That's not very nice of them. At all.
So Ymir, the beacons in Arlusha, that was their purpose.
I'm sorry?
To hold up the barrier that keeps the gods out.
What?
Yeah. That's what the beacons are for.
Could I walk in then?
And if the beacons ever went out, oh, the old gods would probably destroy everything.
So the beacons have to stay up?
For our freedom, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
A fun history lesson.
If only there was a way to just kill a god. I feel like it'd be a lot easier than having to keep on making beacons.
I mean, there is probably a way to kill gods. You probably need the relics.
The relics are fueled by the gods.
Usually creators make their own tools of destruction. Best example being this entire world.
Arcanium is their own creation that kept them out.
Father Cruz, you can make a religion check if you like.
Yay! I love those. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make that was really great. 15.
I mean, when talking about like the idea of like creation and like being able to destroy gods exist as a hierarchical, like large celestial, right? The upper planes of the world is considered like Pagoda Prime and stuff like that. Celestials live in the upper planes. There are still the lower planes of the world, and that probably is the counter opposite, where, you know, if something were to destroy a god, it'd be something from the lower planes. Which also, by a tip of the hat, must be blocked as well from these beacons. So it's an interesting thought that kind of like goes through your minds, that it's likely that not only was the big gods divided or like separated from the world, but even the fiends or the devils or the demons that plague the world, the larger ones, I mean, the lords and that kind of thing, the hells, that also must be inaccessible.
Oh, I also learned one other part that I forgot. Because the gods are shut off, there is no afterlife anymore.
Everybody goes quiet and staring. Just the turn of Idris's face looking at you and just kind of says, "What?"
Yeah.
So you mean like if you die, you just nothing?
No, it's worse than that. You wander around all eternity.
I wonder if that explains I'm dead.
Something like that is the reason that I actually chose my religion. So that I wouldn't have to deal with exactly that.
It's lots of people that probably just die and don't go anywhere. She kind of like leans down, like thinking about that for a bit.
Did anyone else do anything fun? What about you, Cornelius?
It just is like somber, like staring down.
I got contracts that we can do in the meantime.
Okay. Okay.
What do they entail?
Let me look. And he'll reach into his cloak and kind of pull out a few pieces of paper that he ripped off from the board. There's this one, something tribe, something. We got to get a treaty. Blah blah blah. That one's kind of
What?
boring. There's
What?
this
Huh?
other one. Hold on. You guys are getting options. There's this
You don't
other one.
understand the first option.
Yeah, we could kill giant axe beaks. I don't know what those are. Each one gives like 300 gold or something. There's this one where we can go into like this area and kill an ancient evil, or like these demon possessed things, or we tell them stop doing it. There's this other one. This last one. This one's gonna be a while before we can do this. But there's this giant mech maniac is what they call it, and it is straight up murdering everything and anyone that's near it. But that one's far away, and they don't know what it is really.
A mech maniac?
Yeah.
You look at
Where is it?
You look at some of the picture like phases of it all. You guys get the same information that was from the quest, minus the mech maniac, because you just drew on the back of a piece of paper for that one. So you literally
Yep.
just see like Cardelian's art, like of a mechanical thing, and a little art like of like the map, and a little bit of like an X marks the spot.
Ymir looks down at the picture, then up at Cornelius.
Right here.
What is this?
This is the mech. Dude, I literally just described it. It's the mech.
Where is the purging evil one?
The evil one. Let's see. Oh, he'll flip the paper over.
Oh my god.
Here, you can read it.
Put on my reading glasses.
It's the actual like note on the back of it's where he wrote the other one, but corrupted gnolls. It looks like there's some type of source of corruption that's tainting like the gnoll tribe. That's creating like some type of horrible, fiendish, like devilish influence, and they're becoming more and more aggressive on the outskirts of Baivasha. On the Anaru Plains, there's said to be some type of encampment that they are being fed a corrupted source of energy. They're not typically as evil, but of recent phases, since I think all the way back to the Zeos of last cycle, they've been slowly building numbers, going beyond their territory, And some of the things that they've seen at these places have been possessive, very like devilish circles type thing, summonings. Like it's getting weird. The notes on here
It's
imply that it's fiendish.
Just holding this and looking at Carnelian. I feel like we should stay in my Bosch until Idris finds her lead. Maybe this one would be better until then.
Okay. He'll put his hand out to get his paper back.
I'll
Can
give
I
it
see
back.
the treaty one?
The treaty one, let me look for that one. It's not this paper. I just got this paper. Oh, here you go. Hand
Oh,
you the
okay.
paper.
The pay on the
Thanks.
corrupted gnolls, by the way, is 7,500 gold pieces. These are very high gold piece like bounties that you guys are recognizing. This is recruiting the Grung tribes that you're seeing here, Velu. Same thing that Cornelian already saw, but there's a Grung tribe of about 32-ish. And they haven't aligned themselves to like a territory or anything, but they don't seem to be like for House Richmond. They don't seem to be for the other tribes out there. But if someone can negotiate a treaty between them and Baivasha, they'd pay for it. It sounds to me like their issue is one of the following. One, language, probably. Or two, they might be, fighting. They might be violent. So either way, not something that they're currently engaged with.
That one would be good for you to try out.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I
Might as
want
well.
to.
9,000 gold piece in pay, though. That's pretty good, too.
Yeah. Hey, look at the gold price right there. Put his finger on it.
I don't really care about the gold.
Okay, I'll take your portion.
Well, when you say it like that now,
You said you didn't care about it.
now I care about it. I never said to take my portion, did I?
You said you didn't care about the gold value. You get the
That
experience.
doesn't mean
Isn't
I
that pay
don't.
enough?
Oh, really, Carnelian? Really
This big smile on his face.
interesting.
Well, what do you guys want to do then? Because I'm ready to go to one of these. All right, to the Knolls.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sure. Ymir's like writing.
mid-book. You see, your day's kind of nearing to an end as well from your travel. Before you guys go and just start traveling for the Knolls, I will say you probably take a night's rest in Baivasha, unless you want to go outside and like do your own encampment situation with the private sanctum, which you can do. But if you do want to take a day's rest within the city, you may do so. It would cost some gold for some in-tavern situation versus just using your spells. Up to you guys.
We could rest
don't
on
care.
the inn.
Okay. Total cost is like a gold piece, like to like those slum inns. If you're looking for a higher like cost thing, 5 gold, but not a big deal. There's no real scarcity of like availability in Baivasha. So.
Okay. I was gonna say, since we're taking the night there, could I scribe the first level spell scroll? Question mark.
You can try, yeah. You can do that prior to your rest.
Okay, cool. Because I know it's only one day.
Mm-hmm.
So
What spell scroll
okay.
do you scribe? Or scribe?
The Witch's Bolt,
Okay, yeah. Copy that into your spellbook.
and I will remove the 25 gold out of my inventory.
There you go. Adding a spell to your spell list.
There.
Anything else?
I was gonna say before heading to bed, I'll take out my sending stone while writing my thesis and see if Glacier's awake.
It is the opposite time of the day, so it'd be the morning for her. So let me roll for it. If I roll higher than an 8, they are going to be awake. I'll roll it here. What's in the lateral?
He's asleep, little bro.
Maybe. Find out. There you go. They're awake. So the answer.
Hello?
They like there's like a scrambling. You hear, like you hear like the phone like what the rock collapse onto the ground. Like you hear like the the frequency of like it like jumbling to the ground.
Holy shit. Are you
They
good?
picked it up. Ymir?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, hey. It's like real nonchalant.
I wasn't sure if you... Did you drop that?
No.
It sounded like... Okay, sure.
Where are you?
Currently, west... No, east. East continent. Safari.
Oh.
Yeah, I tried calling you earlier, but I think you were asleep. So,
Yeah.
we're busy. Good news. Me and... Me and Mimosa, became mages, officially.
Sorry, did you break up there? You said mimosa?
Yeah, Mimosa, Mimosa's intermediate. I'm
What-
currently writing to
How's
be
that?
master. When you're able to subtle cast spells, they actually can't tell where the origin of magic comes from.
There's like a snicker on the phone as like it's just like cute laughter, and she's just like, pauses. It's like that's so funny.
Yeah. Any news from you?
They planning. The Neo was good. They're planning on doing some. Well, once the winter ends, my mom plans on taking us down to the province. Then we need to go, like, discuss things with Kingar, because apparently, ever since my brother Wei had did his thing, he's been assigned somewhere else, and the king's been informed about all the current ongoings. And he requested that we come and talk to him. So it'll be my first time in the last 3 cycles of seeing my dad.
How do you feel about that?
She kind of like pauses, not saying much. It's fine. I mean, it's not like he's leaving his building or whatever. He just kind of stays in that castle. Feel bad.
What does he like when he sees you?
He seems nice. I mean, my dad's not a terrible person. He's just... You ever met somebody who like is retired and like doesn't do like they don't have the same joy anymore? Like they're just like it's like almost like they're throwing it in. He was like that the last time I met him, but I think part of him is like actually dying. I think he might be getting like actually sick.
Sorry to hear that.
I don't know. And this information comes to you out of shock, Ymir. No one's mentioned anything about like the current status of Kingar. It's been so silent on that front. This information could hurt somebody. This is a admittance to you from trust. And as she kind of spins her like story about it, she's like, "But when we go visit, I guess we'll know for sure."
Well, I wish you the best of luck, Lucia, and I'm going to be heading to bed once I finish this paragraph for my thesis.
What's your thesis about?
I don't think I told you, but I created an entirely new subclass. So I'm going to write about it because it's meant to inspire people for magic.
Is this related to your thing on your arm?
Yeah, it's called Runimancy.
Oh. Well, I was always interested in how that worked.
I could teach you next time I see you.
That'd be nice. And she kind of like the soft likeness of her voice kind of like gives you like that feeling of like warmth once again. And she says, "Well, I'm gonna go get my day started. So I guess for you, it's good night.
Yeah. Good morning for you.
Good night. And that's the end of it.
And I'll do my paragraph and head to bed.
All good. Robin, ring, 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 Carnelian.
Yard.
Morning.
I'm
Oh
about to
wait,
go to
sorry,
bed, right?
sorry. You don't get a back and forth with Robin. You get a ring, ring, and you can just
Yep.
hear the sending. My bad.
Yep.
Robin says the
Yep.
following.
Forget it, man.
I hope you had a good day. Today, I spent most of my time in the sanctuary, praying, but also we were discussing on some of the things we're thankful for. And then it kind of stops, like there. That's all it is. 25 words.
Ron would reply back. Maybe. Day's pretty eventful. Got some quests. We'll update you tomorrow. Good night. That's it.
That's it. Go to bed. Do your thing. Mimosa, make a wisdom saving throw.
I can't stop winning.
You're doing really good. That's 3 natural 20s this session. I'm gonna have you reported.
Oh,
Good job.
Loaded Avray dice? What?
I don't know, dog. I don't know what's
Exclamation
happening.
point win.
We love to see you winning, bro.
Crazy cheating on the system. I'll get with a nat 20. Holy shit. What can I do for you? I have to reward
Make the
this.
hag piss herself.
No. No. You get a small little moment, Mimosa. You have a crack into the seams of the location of the hag in your mind. As the reverse kind of occurs of like the curse happening on you, it kind of seems like it backfires and instead you see somewhere else. Your dream comes upon you in your sleep. The cold cracking of ice. The frost, the wind shudders you as light flickers in your mind. But doesn't go out. Does not unignite. The hag looms. The shadows of 4 individual creatures of Fae lurking. Stirring. And it's still cold. The only vision you see in your mind that's relative to the hag is the sea, water, and specifically some type of glacier. You feel the cold bitterness of negative degrees of temperature, as even fires couldn't be started here. And the cold expanse of a coven that hides within the dense ice sheets of some type of frost. Your eyes kind of narrow in your dreams to follow along the path, but nothing really stops you from peering too far this time. It's almost as if you're being guided. It feels too comfortable. Do they want you to see it? Are they asking you to come here? Is it a trick? No matter. Your eyes pull forward, and lingering by the glaciers is dark shadows. The night falls, and no light is emitted, just looming tendrils, ichor, and black shadow. that run across the streams of the waves towards you and try to engulf you in one swoop. And then this moment where you're supposed to be jolted awake from a nightmare instead is brightened by a bold light. Mimosa, your dream is pleasant, as some of the things that you have been afraid of you've already encountered and faced. And your dream just reminds you of your ability to fight back against these feelings, these premonitions, these values against you, this curse. The hags will try, but as you get stronger, it becomes more difficult to sway you. And that's your night. The last thing for all of you. Your night in Baivasha is comfortable. The sounds of the safari reign true in the night as you can hear the bustling streets of Baivasha's slums in Middle City. It's clear that you guys have finally found a place that's on a bed versus a ground. The morning will come for all of you with this in mind, that the new cycle has approached, and in approximately less than half a cycle's time, Epoch approaches, the Twilight Ball, and a date that kind of looms as well within the notes of Father Cruz's divine message. I think all of you awaken with this realization that you are within the same cycle of some doom that approaches. Whether or not you have your own objectives or things that you want to get done in your time, there is some matters to attend to this cycle that will approach, according to prophecy, of course. But prophecies rarely ever stay the same. Ymir has learned this through his own cards. Maybe things have changed. Maybe things won't be the same. Maybe you've done enough. You guys all awaken with this thought in your minds that there's maybe a chance. And as you guys awaken, there is a quest to be taken as you guys wish to go travel towards a Null encampment to go take out their corrupted source. A day's journey, not hard to do. You guys have some conversations on your travel. You may discuss what you wish.
Has the Bastion turn happened yet?
Not yet. You have one more day.
Damn.
Actually, no. You guys had a week of travel to get to Baivasha. So this is the day that you guys get. So, let me get that. I mean...
Still in Neo, right?
You are still in Neo, correct.
Okay.
Looking at your bastions, let's get the following stuff done.
I can do it later.
No, it's fine. We can do some stuff now. It's informational, but you know what? You're right. I will reveal your bastion turn stuff next session. How's that sound? Like
Yeah,
at the top of the session.
Yep.
Cool. Because it just would need some information for their bastion turn stuff, anyways.
Mhm.
So no big deal. We'll recover that at a later time. But just know a bastion turn has ended. And we'll see what events occur while you're away. Your travel goes. You guys have moments to discuss and talk to one another on your travel. It's quick. It's gonna be a day's journey, like just walking. If you guys manage to get faster means of travel too, you can do that.
Last night, I think I was having a nightmare, but it turned into a dream. It was about the hags, and I think I know where they're hiding at. Like on a glacier.
Like in it?
Or like around it. There's a glacier. There's water everywhere. Or by the sea.
Huh. It's fantastic news, actually.
So I guess I did a little reverse and I spied on them instead of them spying on me. Guess
Your
because I'm
magic
a
is
intermediate magician.
Magic is growing.
You're
Yeah.
happy.
What a powerful sorcerer you are.
The hags weren't expecting this.
Intermediate magician.
Yes. I have gotten a page done. At least. I have to keep revising and constantly. I don't want to resubmit. Like
Well,
that.
actually,
That sounds terrible.
you're supposed to write it out and then revise it, and then have someone peer review it, and then you revise it again.
Well, yeah, but I'm still revising it while doing the writing. I would like to be very meticulous about this so that I get it done in one go.
Try revising it per page.
That's what I just said that.
But you only said you had one page.
Yeah, I finished the one page and revised it.
How
Why
many
didn't you
times?
just write the 3 pages and then revise it?
How about you guys write the thesis then? Write one. Write one.
I can't want yet. I have to pass to advance.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Extremely fair.
I can't yet.
I also got a piece of information that. Chris, could I talk to you? Mir kind of like maneuvers him a little bit forwards from the group to talk to him personally. It's kind of like a. I talked to Glacia last night. And he like scratches the back of his head. She informed me that King Gar is like sick, but like it's kind of a secret, like a pretty big secret that she said to me. So I don't want to like give out pieces of it because it seemed pretty pertinent, but like I gotta tell someone so I don't like lose my mind.
Yeah, we can keep this private. This can be confession if you'd like. I can't tell anyone else if you'd like.
Yeah. But like, that's kind of big, right? Though.
That's insanely big.
Because if he goes, then
Boy's the king.
Yeah, and then even that's not like that's bad.
Well, if Wei became the king, he would certainly have people to keep him in line, which is a bonus, but considering he already has an army that's doing whatever he wants. If Wei becomes king, most likely he'll start a war.
Do you think Gar dying of his sickness might be the beginning of the quote-unquote doom?
From what I know, the doom matches up with whenever Wei enacts his plan. If Wei becomes king by then yes.
Fuck. Well, Ymir goes back to the group.
Truth bomb. Anyways.
Anyways.
Big lore, by the way.
So, like, what's our plan with the gnolls, by the way? Are we going to come up with a plan for that?
Oh yeah,
Are
I
we
have a
killing-
plan.
Are we killing them? Because they're possessed.
No. Well. Oh, I didn't
Aren't
talk
they
about the plan, huh?
Freddy
Yeah, they're
knows.
possessed. Whoever wants to talk to them can try to talk to them first. If that doesn't work, then we're gonna have to go inside of their camp and figure out what the source of their possession is and try to eliminate that. If we can't eliminate that, they might have to go.
Okay.
It's much simpler than that. Me and Idris have the protection spell to just cure them from being possessed.
Okay.
Okay.
But we will then have to worry about like containment. No, like
We still have to get the like source of it so it doesn't happen
Yes.
to those that are not protected.
Well, if the source is physical, I can beat the shit out of it.
I think it is.
we know what you can do.
Me and Idris
I
can
don't know you
focus
can.
on.
You guys didn't think I could be a mage.
Here.
You're right, Mimosa.
It's a new
Cruz will-
day.
Cruz will put like a hand on your shoulder. You'll look like what's that fucking anime meme that Nim used to send all the time?
That's what I was mentioning before. I don't remember what the thing was, but I know what you're talking about. I'm looking for it right now. But yeah, sure.
It is. He'll look like that.
Yes.
You've got us, then.
Cruz gives the same look he gave to Mimosa as well.
Was just smiling with his hands on his hips.
Okay,
I got
sure.
this.
What do you guys know about gnolls?
They're
Aren't
like
they
hyena
hyenas?
people.
Well, this is more like to a player perspective. Yeah,
Their
they're like-
ladies have dicks.
Hold on, let me see a null. Null D&D.
Chicken, bro.
is it cheating? Is it cheating?
I wanted to look up an image.
Me when I pull up something that's not a null.
Okay, so this is what came up, so I'm pretty sure this is what they are. I
That-
think we can
I
handle
don't think that. I don't think you might have searched the wrong thing.
Yo.
How did we get there?
That is the first thing that comes up, though.
I know it's silly. If any of you want to like do some like checks and stuff to figure out like gnolls and things like that, that's something that might
Yeah.
be useful. I'll have anybody who wants to make a history check.
Okay, just gonna roll it on my sheet.
Bang!
Anybody who has
Dude,
a high enough
Why is
courage
Mimosa?
history will get some stuff.
Do you remember that? Like
E-
10.
That's
Sorry
not
about what
bad.
I got.
12.
Anybody
Alright, smart boy.
close.
Make a roll, please.
Holy
27.
Shit.
Then what'd you get?
I got 18. I'm not as smart as Velu.
Velu is the
Uh,
winner of this roll-off.
Velu was just sitting there quietly and just writing in his
Knowles, I
book
know.
about stuff.
They come in different territories, Velu, but the information that you would probably share with the group is that. Ooh, I just burped a little bit. Excuse me. Gnolls are pack like types of monsters. They're monstrosities technically. They're actually not really humanoid by trait. Their whole gimmick is that they fight like humanoids. They contain tribes. They contain land, but gnolls have a deep-seated history of like summoning monsters. Like they know how to summon creatures from the other planes. And sometimes the things they summon aren't necessarily like great. So it's probably likely that a gnoll or something of the gnolls had summoned a fiendish thing that now is like corrupting them. If it's not fiendish, then it's like an aberration of some kind or some other monstrosity. But if it's intelligent and it can corrupt, sounds infernal. So, gnolls, but you're right. They are hyena-like people. Whether or not their, demeanor is evil or not, is to be determined. But according to this corruptive source, it does sound like this tribe of gnolls specifically may have evil alignment. So on your travel and route here, Velu, you would share the information you can. But there's no like names or anything like that comes to your mind that would come up. You do know they have weaknesses though. And I'll share with you some of those weaknesses since you rolled so high. Yes, Pull up my thing. These gnolls, these typically chaotic evils, um, their weaknesses is that in the beginnings of combat, they typically, like, they're not very smart. They're not very smart creatures. Their intelligences are not the highest out there. They're definitely strong, though. These are strong, very constitution like driven creatures. They use weapons. They wear armor. They're one step away from human like. Their weakness is they probably can be tricked. They can probably be outsmarted. So with that, that's kind of your information on the inside of what gnolls are kind of like for yourself, at least. They're not very smart by nature.
And those are gnolls. So I suggest we I don't know. I would like not for them to die. So because they are part of the safari. And I want to go talk to them after we find the corruption thing. So, is that cool with everyone?
I mean,
Yeah.
first we try talking. If talking doesn't work, it's self-defense.
We try talking. Talking doesn't work.
Well,
We try purifying and then self-defense.
yeah. But like knocking them unconscious.
I
Yeah.
will not be doing that if it comes to self-defense.
Could you try doing that if they're targeting you directly? And if they're not, knock them out?
If they're targeting, listen, I have a gun. I can't just knock someone out when I have a gun.
You could disable them,
If they're not
What do you mean
attacking you,
disable?
shoot them in places that aren't lethal,
That-
Arms, legs.
weaken them.
Everywhere
and
is
then
a
Mimosa
lethal
can,
point.
Weaken them, and then Mimosa can knock them out.
Alright, I'll go for the core, but if they run up on me, it's death. There's no non-lethal place to shoot them. If I shoot them, it's gonna hit a main artery or some shit, and then they're gonna bleed out and die.
You're just gonna be throwing up a group chat ritual.
if they don't
It
attack
sounds
you, you
like-
don't have to shoot them.
I know. I know. I'm going for the core. So
All right. Well,
Fair enough.
we have to do something now. So
Well, you guys kind of look around the area. You guys have arrived at a point where you guys can start investigating like a scene of like one of the last like encounters. So you guys can either get off your car or stop your walking, and you guys see to the side that there's been some kind of attack already. You guys can walk over and investigate the area if you so desire.
yeah.
Any of you
I'll
who
help
wants to
whoever wants it.
investigate can make survival or investigation checks.
Yeah.
I will investigate.
Guidance.
If you want
is
to
it
use mag-
survival?
survival or investigation. You can use magic as well if you have any way to uncover scenes or do anything like that.
I'm uncovering, all right.
I'm getting
I'm
naked.
uncovering.
Sorry.
Oh
Okay,
my
alright.
god.
Survival? Okay, alright.
Hey, good roll for your last one though, for real.
I'm
11. Oh my god.
19.
I'm pretty good at investigating, bro. I got a nat one.
Yep, this is an
You got a
attack.
nat one too?
You also got a nat one?
Yes. I got an 11.
Nat 1 plus 10.
Jeez.
Holy shit. The investigation falls short. I will say. Your investigation would have revealed probably like key items or anything used in the attack, or maybe even anything left behind, but this place is picked clean, according to your investigation. You guys are hands on your hips. You don't really see anything left behind, not even tools or weapons maybe used in the fight. Bodies, nothing. It's just blood and what looks to be some signs of burning. With your survival check, however, Carnelian, tracks. You see that there were some humanoids that were here, maybe an encampment, maybe even hunters of a pride. There's Leonin fur that kind of sprouts around the area. You can definitely tell there's some type of like gathering. You see where the burn was, that was where a campfire was. Your survival check reveals tracks coming from the east. You see that the tracks are coming a pack of 2, and then 4. 2 from one side, 2 from the other. It was an ambush. And in the middle of the night, probably during their rest, you can see where they were laying on the ground. You can see the marks of like where maybe their rucksacks were, or wherever maybe their sleeping cots were. It was quick. And whatever stains in the sands and dirt remained got covered up by rocks and different debris when they skiffed over the area. These not intelligent creatures at least knew to cover their tracks.
I track them, even though they're
You would be able to.
covered-ish?
You go the opposite way of the paths of which they walked, and you can follow that track for a while if you wanted. See where they came from.
I guess.
Yeah, you walk for a little bit. Anybody who's like in the area, you would notice that Carnelian's kind of on the prowl, like moving through the grass, following tracks, while the rest of you are kind of like sitting ducks in the middle of what would be a crime scene.
Follow him.
Yeah.
And following behind Carnelian. It takes about maybe 10 minutes before the tracks get a little stale again. There's nothing left. However, you do see that there's some type of opening area here. A new scene where you see that the scuff marks and claw strikes of something has occurred here. I would need another survival check in this area.
Okay. 24.
Huge. 6 creatures were here. You tracked 4 before. That means 2 people here were waiting. 2 monstrosities. One very large. Looks like another one was a dog. Like it was on all 4s. One of the feet that you can measure out is like a very large creature, but it's bipedal. It has 2 stances. The 4 other creatures, maybe gnolls, assuming gnolls, had returned here. You see drag marks of bodies. You see that there is some type of meeting here, and then eventually you see all the trail parts way from grass, and the grass moves in the distance, probably for a mile, all the way down until eventually you see a small like lake that's been formed from the nearby river. Near this lake, you can see a small hint of smoke in the sky. It's the midday still. It's about to be sunset, but you see small trail of like smoke in the sky that's enough to indicate that there's some type of settlement or encampment a mile away. And you take notice of that with your survival check. All of it.
Okay. They are more than likely that direction where that smokestack is. Do you guys all just want to like walk up front? Because I'm probably gonna try to sneak around to try to get to the core area.
Now, mind you, Carnelian, even with your survival check, this probably isn't the full encampment. This is probably like a hunting party.
Okay. I guess it's still. I mean, we could still go that direction to try to help those people.
Yeah.
You
I
take
guess I'll
someone else
go.
with you. Yeah.
I'll go in the front. Right, Mimosa? You should go with Carnelian since you're the wizard. I'm the barbarian now.
Unless
Sure,
all
Mr.
smile. If you say
Mr.
so.
Intermediate Mage. Come on, you got
Yeah,
it.
Maybe can't Idris cast invisibility?
It just can, if you want her to.
Yeah, put it on Mimosa.
Hold on, Mimosa, just stand still. She's gonna cast invisibility on Mimosa.
Ymir's gonna twin cast.
Well, invisible
Death
Moses is
Ward.
gonna speak. I would do myself, but I don't want to waste spell slots, or whatever you call them.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Spell spaces.
Stop talking.
Spell slots. Yeah, you got it. Intermediate mage.
1 second level spell
Intermediate.
slot for invisibility. All right,
Who wants
yeah.
Death Ward?
Me? Like,
I'm okay.
it just raises their hand.
I give it to Idris.
I should probably put it on yourself.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
Good idea. Well, we have an hour of invisibility. We should probably get moving.
Remember,
Karma's
if
word.
Ymir talks in everyone's mind, and we can stay stealthy in the brain.
Right. Just be quiet. They could be hurt over there, and we don't want to alert them. I don't know what their range of sight is, but we'll be quiet.
Ymir is going to cast Mislead for
Okay.
himself and go invisible and have a double. You guys see, like, coming from the ground and materializing in the ether. At first, there's like zero details, but it's like the same height and makeup of Ymir before more details are created, and it looks exactly like Ymir.
Yeah. Then you can move that illusory up to twice your speed, and you can move it at a faster pace than you typically can. You can also make it speak, gesture, behave whatever way you choose. It's intangible and invulnerable.
Ymir will be on his carpet, invisible.
But you can use
Yeah.
your eyes to see and hear through it, though, so that can be fun.
Yeah.
Belu touches it.
Just kind of like poofs, like a little bit.
The double says to you, rude.
Sorry, I haven't seen illusion magic in a hot minute.
I don't get to cast as much.
Well, you move in with your setups and things of that nature. Carnelian, you're inspired by Idris. You gain an inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Use one of their bardics. You get a 1d8 for the next hour.
Okay.
And you guys start to approach this little mini encampment. I don't have a tabletop simulator or anything like that for you guys to kind of visualize this, so it is all theater of the mind for this moment. So as you guys approach and coming into the encampment area, your mind immediately takes the scene, all of you. As you approach about 100 feet, the vision becomes clear what's happening. There are 4 bodies that are laid out that are Leonin. 2 of them are very bloodied and dead. 2 other ones seem unconscious. They're laid out next to a fire, and you see that they're either being like laid out like ritualistically, but 2 of the dead ones are put to the side. The unconscious ones are laid out, kind of their arms spread across, and just laying there in the middle of like some sandy like dirt, like red dirt. You see one gnoll kind of walking around, has like this hyena like it's breathing out, and like starting to move this unconscious body around on the ground. You see another like gnoll jumps up and like pushes it out of the way, and they start fighting one another very ravenously. There is a small dog-like creature that is similar to a hyena, but it's on all 4s, and it has like a humanoid face. It's very strange looking. It's like the opposite of what a gnoll typically looks like. It looks like it's hyena form from the back side, and the front has like a humanoid type of like cowl. It's very disturbing. The like the doggish like creature like props forward, its eyes and jaw maul and starts to transform back into that hyena face. It like goes between like multiple ways. It has hooves on the ground as well, not like paws but hooves, and a tail that's long like a lion's tail. It's a very strange depiction. Does anybody speak Abyssal?
I do.
Me.
Those of you who speak Abyssal can hear some chitterings between the creature, specifically this one on all fours. You hear an Abyssal, feed. The eyes are red. You see they're glowing with a red like type of hint of, glow. It's luminescent. It's not normal. The other knoll that's kind of walking around, its jaw is like kind of separated and covered in blood, like it's already eaten already. You see that it turns over to like the small like dog-like creature and like just kicks it. It doesn't seem to do it. You just hear like a whimper of a dog like as it kicks. And you see that these like 3 creatures are here. Carnelian, based on your survival, there should be 2 more. You do not see them.
I'll speak that in the mind.
Yeah. There's one big one somewhere and one like regular sized one somewhere.
Would you guys like my double too? In everyone's mind, I could draw them out by running past them and alerting them and leading them out. They could be tricked.
And then what? Prep a spell to cleanse them?
Yes, that lead them away while we heal these people and then bring them back.
Sounds good. I will have my double. I will go into my double's brain, and just you guys kind of see it like crinkling its fingers and stretching as if it's getting logged in. Ymir logs in, and then it just starts running.
It's
like a really weird run.
It's just running, frolicking almost through like the sunset pasture.
Let Lockwood!
It's just yeah. I'm not gonna have you roll anything for that. I think like they just noticed that you're gonna see like all of you who are like kind of in your. Actually, I need stealths from everybody else. I think then I need a stealth from Velu, Carnelian, Father Cruz, and Mimosa.
Oh,
if they're turning their attention.
What a bonus action turn invisible.
I'll give all of you advantage on your stealth because you guys are a distance away and Ymir's making a distraction.
I will say I have disadvantage naturally, so would I just roll straight?
You roll straight, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, guys, my luck ran out. Oh wait, is that a 19 or a 1?
The 19.
19.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh my god. My luck ran out. It's not a nat 20.
Where are you getting your advantage
17.
from? Where are you getting your advantage from stealth from, Carnelian?
What do you mean? You said roll with advantage.
Oh yeah, I gave you
Said
advantage.
everybody.
I did say that, didn't I?
Bro,
I
I
saw.
forgot.
You know what it was? I saw that he rolled 2d20 and it didn't say advantage on it, and I was like, why is he rolling double advantage? You know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't get that. Anyways, you're fine.
Who gave you
Me,
I take it away. It's no longer there.
For a second, I'm like, wait.
Why are you doing that? I'm like gaslighting you. Who told you could do that?
You know, I
Who
started
told
believing
you?
him. I started believing him.
I did too.
Sorry. Anyways, what was your roll for stealth, Father Cruz?
6.
A 6? You have advantage. Oh, you have disadvantage too. Damn.
I mean, I could bonus action turn invisible.
We'll see. We'll see if that's needed. They're turned. You run towards Ymir's double runs. All 3 of their ears perk as they see this creature running across. You see the one on all fours immediately chases after. The other 2 start moving in that direction to also like kind of follow up. So the one that's on all fours running, this smaller dog-like form, is like chasing through the field towards an illusory Ymir, and he's like Flint Lockwooding all the way across.
I can speak and it's
Yeah, you can speak. It's
like,
making
"Oh,
noises.
No, please.
The
No."
other like two gnolls that are like coming up, they don't seem they seem attracted to this. They seem that they're going to continue pursuing, but they're not like chasing as much as they're like following their like dog-like creatures like path. So they like approach cautiously but leave the encampment. So they're like about 30 feet away from that encampment. The Leonins are left on the ground where they are. 2 of them dead, 2 of them unconscious. There's nothing else in this encampment while this distraction is occurring.
I heal them.
All right, you guys approach and come into the encampment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, with your stealths that you maintain, Father Cruz, when you go to cast your heal on one of the creatures that are unconscious, the one laying in this circle, you see like the eyes blink open, like heavy breathing, like staring around, looking around. In Leonin, they're like speaking, and then it just kind of catches back in Leonin speaking. Carnelian, you would understand, where am I, what's going on, very like simple like messages. But as the voice starts to happen, the Carnelian, you already know there's 2 others around somewhere.
Yeah.
As you're like resing the one, your ears perk. Your perception passively is able to capture a little bit of this, and so does Idris's. You and Idris like look in a direction opposite of like the group, and you see a big motherfucker coming through the fucking field. Like, this dude is like a large, like jacked hyena, but that's walking on 4's Moto style towards you.
Ooh.
Like, he's
Get ready.
he's a big
I like
guy. You don't know if he sees you yet though.
One inbound. Shut that guy up, please.
Cruz will put like a hand over his mouth
He's like
I hope-
and like shush his finger.
he like stops for a second. As that's happening, the sounds of Ymir's mislead in the distance are non-negotiably very fucking loud. So this one big brute just kind of like turns and looks in
Oh,
that direction.
jeez! Oh, I'm just so scared. Oh, please don't hurt me. No! No!
It's so perfect.
Oh no, I just might trip over this rock
gonna
that
heal.
has decided to be in
In
front of me.
Abyssal, those of you who can understand that are nearby, you hear, "Take them, consume, feed." You see it stomps towards the direction of Ymir's double. Like it distracts itself once again. However, that still leaves one unaccounted for. You have time to potentially get the other guy up now.
I'm gonna heal the 2 goobers for 10 each.
Yeah, the other one like gets up and like you see they jolt upwards and they like look around. Oh no! And they grab onto one of their dead friends. Like it's like no. You see that they're missing entrails of their body. Like they've been eaten out of. Like their body parts are like torn from the stomach and chest, leg. All that parts of them have been chewed away from like probably these gnolls. There's blood at least to be like recognized about this. And as you're like healing the 2 of them, the 2 Leonins kind of look at you, like, what? Where are we?
Speaking Leonin or Common?
Leonin and Carnelian, you can respond to this if you want.
Carnelian's for Mimosa.
Oh, that's right.
I'm off. Yeah.
Yeah. Idris kind of like starts talking to them, Leonin, explaining the situation. You hear like growling back and forth. Velu.
Idris, tell them to leave now.
Idris like nods and just explains what's happening and trying to get them to get up. And they keep looking at the dead friends. It's like, we have to take them with us.
We'll bring them back.
We can't leave them here. It just goes to start dragging one of the bodies.
My God.
Oh my God, it's so
I-
gross.
I will take my pocket card out, put the 2 bodies in the pocket card, and like close it.
Okay, I need you to make a sleight of hand check.
Okay, I'll guidance this.
Oops.
That's not bad actually.
Because it's like
Uh,
you're basically like
14.
opening up a large tent and closing it back up all in one go without anything noticing.
14.
Definitely revealing a little bit. 14 is not going to be able to
But
pass a perception check of the fifth knoll that is currently asleep, that has been awoken by the opening and closing of this giant pocket cart on the ground and back up again. As you
Do I
see
still
from the weeds, one like like knoll just like pops up from the grass, like looking over at the group. It starts rushing over towards one of you guys, just crazily. It's gonna get like a small surprise round on you guys, and then you all can just react probably just right after. Unless there's reactions that you guys have to like stave off an attack. So, all right. One small knoll, like a medium-sized creature, is just rushing up you guys. Their mouth like bloodied.
We could do anything.
They're gonna do their thing first because they're just gonna act right now, and then you guys can respond with whatever you wish, depending on the situation or how devastating it might be. Rushing up to probably Father Cruz, because you're the one that kind of like alerted in the regard.
That's fine.
They're gonna make they're gonna make 3 attacks at you.
I got 4, bro. That's not enough.
The first attack. So it's 11 to hit, which misses, which is their bite. They try to bite onto you, and like they're scattered so around, and then in the time they try to bite you, they pull out 2 short swords, and they're like also like trying to stab you at the same time. So 2 short swords are also trying to swing at you while they're biting at you. They are flailing. That is a 22, and that is, I can't math, 20.
Yeah.
The 2 short swords hit. The bite does not. You only are dealt 10 piercing damage from the 2 short sword attacks.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all they do. They don't have anything else they're doing. They're just like, they're rampantly going, and they just kind of like start making noise. You get the sense that if they last like consciously for a round, it may alert the other gnolls around. So you guys have whatever reaction you guys want to do to this. You guys can take it in whatever order you wish.
I'm just not gonna do anything.
I was gonna say in their minds, if I cast anything with concentration, I will be dropping the spell that I currently have up distracting. So, quickly.
I'm gonna test my theory on the small one. I'm gonna cast Protection Evil and Good on it.
Okay. You cast Protection of Evil and Good. Its eyes that are reddened by some type of like possession fade. It turns yellow and black from their original iris. And as they're like biting onto you, the gnoll like stops what it's doing, and you can see like the swords that are stabbing into you like rampantly and wildly stop. It has fingers on necklaces that it's like hanging across from it, and hands that it's like taken off of bodies. It looks like it has like a leonin foot on the side of its like the side of its belt that it has onto it, barely scuffed ragged marks on the hinds of its legs. And as it like is trying to stab into you, successfully piercing at you, you see its eyes like re-narrow and change. You don't know what it will do until its turn. What would you like to do?
We're just like actively fucking bleeding, just like, alright, you're healed.
Bro gets stabbed. Alright, don't do that. Alright. Idris has given some inspiration to Cornelian already, but Idris, maybe we'll be able to do something here.
Can Idris cast Suggestion?
Could. If they can understand her. I think they can do command or suggestion.
Do command.
I think command might be better. I think she might choose command.
Nice, bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Tell her to sit.
It was a cough.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Let's say they choose. They're gonna choose halt, and on
We
their
can
turn,
silence
I mean, there's nothing
an
that's gonna
option.
create. I mean, silence. They can just say silence. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll make it that. It just is gonna do that. It's gonna be a wisdom saving throw. A +0 to this. They rolled a 3. They're not saving. And on their turn, they will follow the command. All right. Anybody else want to do anything?
Nah. Oh wait, no. I'll just cast Mage Armor on myself just in case.
Word. You cast Mage Armor.
Karn
Ymir,
watches.
your mislead is being attacked at this moment.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. No! Fuck! I want to live. Ow! The pain. The pain.
For a while, these like gnolls attempt to like strike at your creature like is intangible, right? It's invulnerable. It's not taking any damage. Nothing's happening. And as they're like kind of staring at the thing, you don't like only you see this scene, Ymir. You just see like one of the heads tilt and stare at you with like red like glowing eyes and be confused, and then you see the big one that comes up like the boom 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 like the really big one like show up, and it just kind of like tries to slam a flail into the ground where you are. And your illusory double just like moves out of the way like perfectly because it can just do that, and it's like dodging and like everything, and he's like getting very frustrated, and eventually it does strike. And I think in Abyssal there's words being said that you don't understand, and they turn like their attention towards back where their camp was.
Ymir and his decoy snickers, covering his mouth with his hand, and then gives off a wave as the decoy's details of himself turn back into just like a blank canvas figure and dips back into the ground. Ymir kind of smacks back as his invisibility is gone, and you can see him on his carpet. He's like, "They're coming."
Yeah. Right. And this knoll that you guys have turned, you see that it sits on the ground or silences, and as it goes to try to speak something, it just closes its mouth. It does not try to attack you on its turn, and its swords like go slack, like its arms go slack. It doesn't have to like make its arms go slack, but it chooses to. You see that whatever you did, potentially Father Cruz has like stunned it for a moment, basically not sure what's happening. Its eyes dart left and right, but it cannot speak, so no noise is made.
We know. I'll just try. I'll just say, "Are you calm now?" Like, just nod your head if yes.
It does not understand you, it seems.
Fuck.
We need to focus on the current task at hand,
Oh
guys.
yeah, in
They are
the
coming
mind
quickly.
area, I'll just say, "It works. Don't kill them if you can."
So the one knoll that's like silenced and like has to like basically like stay where it's at for a moment. You guys find a way to like brush everything off and like clear the space. Idris is dragging a body. There's another body that one of the other two Leonins are starting to drag.
Can I knock them?
Oh no, you put it in your bargain card. That's right, that did happen already. So that already happened, and then now all these creatures are kind of like all moving with a pace to get out of here. You guys return back to a distance safe from the encampment. You guys see the confusion of like the guards, like in the video game situation. You know, it's like, huh, where'd they go? Like stared around. Find them. You know, like very like common, like pointing out, like go search the area. This large creature, like kind of pushing and looking around. You see that the two gnolls are like in the like grassy area now, kind of walking around on their own individual, and one on all fours, this dog like one. But the big main guy stays in the encampment, like overarching, seeing all. So
Fetch me their souls.
how do you guys want to handle it?
I can do a few things if needed. I can banish big guy. Well, you
I
I
can
mean,
can
you
always
just
hit
hear
big
him.
guy.
What?
We need to save him.
I
Well, yeah.
understand, like I'm gonna kill them, but
I can banish
Mimosa.
them.
I can tussle around.
Yeah, could you draw his attention and get him weak? I'll try to cure him first.
I'll see if I can grapple it.
I just need to touch it.
Who was speaking? Which one of them was speaking?
The big guy speaks. I
What was he
don't know.
speaking?
Abyssal.
Abyssal.
Did y'all understand what he said?
Consume. Feed.
Yeah.
What if he's the main
It's probably the
one?
leader.
Yeah.
It's most likely the leader. I was
Yeah,
saying that you guys can cure the small ones while I banish the big one until we are done with the small ones.
Would he come back?
Yeah, I just have to dispel it.
Okay. That sounds
Would-
like a plan.
Would getting the big one first not be better because it's the leader? So it could possibly tell the little ones to stop.
We're
Yeah.
not sure what happens with the big one.
I'm
We do know what
afraid of,
happens with the small ones.
I'm also afraid of the big one might try to kill the small one that gets cured.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
I say banish.
Yeah.
Go for it.
what stunning spells do you have in case mine doesn't work?
My
I don't
fist.
have any. Oh, I thought you... Oops.
Where's the locations of the two patrolling? Jacob.
Jacob!
Jacob?
I was muted.
Jacob-san.
The two these knoll hunters technically, they're in the fields like that are kind of surrounded. They're like there's little tall grasses and they're kind of walking around inspecting, but they don't see you guys in the very far distance. You guys are like 100 feet away. They're like 30 feet away from their encampment type of situation. It's starting to get dark outside.
And you said that these creatures are one step away from being humanoid, so they're still monstrosities?
They are monstrosities.
Damn.
Technically, they are monstrosities at this time.
Oh my god.
Pookie Bear!
Oh,
Say something I need
The
to hear your
last
voice.
5 minutes, she's only late.
isn't this 3 a.m. for you right now?
It's almost 4 in the morning.
Oh my.
If you want,
here.
She's so committed.
So-
you're only late. Don't worry. Not you were here.
Oh, good.
I
was
Say something
here.
as Idris. Say something as Idris.
Yeah, you can participate.
Just a one-liner.
You know what's happening.
Wait, what's going on?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Alright.
100% attendance.
That's accurate.
I want to tell you guys a quick story before I go back to bed. I meant to join at like 12 for you guys, or 12 for me, 7 for you guys. I fell asleep. Oops. Woke up. I was like, man, I gotta piss. And I was like, huh. I was like, I don't know what time it is. I looked at my phone. I was like, oh, got plenty of time. I can join in this call, make it. I almost didn't make it. I was about to fall right back asleep. I was like, wait, my attendance.
My attendance.
That's
Well,
funny.
how about this? We'll end this session with you arriving, so that way it makes it feel more authentic, and you guys can come back the next time and deal with the rest of these gnolls the way you want to.
Okay.
How that
Yeah.
sound? Because we're already approaching the time cutoff, and I would feel bad
You know
that Allie has to leave right when they got here.
Yeah.
Catch it on the
Thank
next
you,
ep-
stream.
Catch it on the next
Thank you,
episode.
chat. Thank you, Jacob.
Adios.
Your session was great, Jacob.
Session was
I had a
great.
great time.
You missed some good
Fire
times. You missed some
session.
good times.
Oh, I'm so sad.
No, it was like the
Yeah,
best. It was
Mimosa's-
like the best session out of the 77, honestly.
Oh my god, it was so
Mimosa's an intermediate
good.
mage now.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
All right. Well, everybody say bye, stream.
I stream.
Bye, stream.
Alright.
Goodbye, stream.
We did it.
I made it.